Welcome to Dice Revolution, 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons stream. Today we're joined by Romy, who's back from a quarantine. Olivia, Grain, Jordan, Hamish, Devin, and we'll be joined by Stuart momentarily.
Stuart's over there.
He's hiding.
You should be able to see him, I think.
Big nerds over there.
No?
Got stage fright.
No. But yeah, welcome. I believe Jordan wants to announce who's announcing the game today.
Yes.
Also, Devin, this is yours.
Today, at the end of the stream, our game recommendation, video game or board game, will be our friend Hamish.
Wow.
So stick around to the end of the stream to find out what Terraforming Mars expansion he's going to be recommending.
That's technically still the same game, so it doesn't count.
So you should.
Other than that, let's jump into a recap, both for Romy's sake as well as everyone else's.
Yep. Wow.
Last session, you continue the investigation into the mysterious death of Brux Wayne, of the traveling troupe of the Waynes. You, amongst yourselves, come up with a few plans to, by the process of elimination, figure out who committed the murder. A few of you have conversations with different family members. Trina and Namu approach the twin brother of the deceased, one Willem Wayne, and conversations I had where you try to calm him down, but he seems to be a lot angrier than the rest of his family. Eventually, you guys send Tywin along to talk to him as well. And he seems to be convinced that Willem probably has nothing to do with this. You devise a plan to, using Telia's ability to detect thoughts and Solomon's ability to cast Stone of Truth, figure out if there were any secrets being held back from you guys about this death. Over time, you interrogate a few of the members of the family, and then Willem is interrogated. Eventually, at first, the conversation seems to be going just fine, but then a second presence makes themselves known. Some sort of Fae-like entity makes themselves present, and you guys enter combat. For your benefit, because you weren't here, we had you basically talking to some of the Jola about the mechanical constructs, but when the commotion kicked in, you made your way over.
Yes.
And Trey and a few of the other party members have been discussing potentially freeing Willem from the influence of this fake creature. So we pick up today with you being mid-discussion. You're not in initiative, so you're not in combat at the moment, but I hand it over to you guys.
So we're standing in front of the Fae creature that's...
Yeah, and for context, I chucked some images in in our chat for some inspiration about what the Fae-like creature actually looks like. It's about a 9-10 foot tall creature made of these rotted and warped wood stems that come out of it. He's got this silvery hair, very rough and tousled, that comes down to about his chest. He wields this staff that has a hooked end to it that he's been attacking people with, and he looks at you with a curiosity, a ravenous curiosity.
Okay, let's talk about this. You dealt a few blows, we dealt a few blows. Let's call it even for now.
Right.
So...
He engages in this deep bow. You may call me Nemesis.
Nemesis?
Indeed.
As in the word?
Yes. My true name is not one I am willing to divulge, nor will your feeble minds be able to comprehend.
Right. Are you this one's sister? Nemesis?
Never stops. So, look, you know how I said I didn't like the Renswell, actually? We gotta change that.
So, let's get some things clear here. What sort of capabilities do you have?
Too many to list individually, but I have the abilities to influence minds, create illusions, some more offensive magic.
Do you have the power to shift entire locations to other planes?
Potentially, with some sacrifice, yes.
And what do you use these abilities for?
Well, truth be told, the political intrigue of the larger Feywild bores me. The Seelie and the Unseelie. I am tired of their squabble. I just want to let people enact and exact their revenge on who they see fit. I, of course, don't, as I said earlier, don't warp the minds into these acts. I just give them the means to do what they already desire.
Okay. Well, let's be frank here. If we were to ask you to help us return us an entire city from one of the material planes to another, what would you ask in return?
He thinks to himself for a moment, and you see the proverbial gears turning in his head. How big of a city are we talking? How many people do you need to transport?
I don't fucking know. How big is it?
It seems pretty big. It's a capital city, so
A lot of people.
Well,
If it was part of getting back at a group of people, revenge, so to say, would that influence your will to do it?
roll a persuasion check.
I like that.
In character, we're all like,
It does make sense though.
actually does like
I
a
would
roll on the
definitely feel
ground.
that way.
Would you like to use your inspiration? Pardon?
Like, up to you. It is good. It is important. I'm going to use it.
I left it on the board. That was nice.
Don't use those dice! Okay, do whatever you want.
Because I'm using it for important roles. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
If that's your tradition, we'll do it.
What is that?
I don't know! That's the problem!
Assume it's a 20.
No, it's
Is that a single digit? It's a 20.
I can't read it. It's 20.
Oh my god, natural 20.
14?
Yeah.
It's still okay. Have you seen the silvery blue ones yet? So there's two d20s.
What is the nature of this revenge that you seek to enact?
Well, there's a group of people trying their own fucking plans, trying to. I'm not 100% sure what they're trying to do, but they're trying to fuck with a lot of people, and we're trying to
order to
fuck
get
with them
power.
back. And if we send this whole city back, I mean, it took a lot of fucking planning and power for them to send it in the first place. If we send it back, that definitely will be considered our revenge to them.
Yeah, considering they kind of ruined our lives a little bit.
It ruined our lives a lot.
They killed me once.
Oh yeah, they did. I did. I
got
was
better.
like, oh my god, this guy died.
They work for a
That
group
was-
of horrible,
You
horrible.
see this fey creature, again, like 9.5 foot tall, come up to you and like kind of kneel to be face to face with you. And how did you survive?
You should know. You use powerful magic yourself.
Touche. He runs like this wooden claw down the side of your face. Not painfully so.
No, I know. It's
Not
just,
pain-
just creepy, but
Yeah,
I love
not
that.
painfully so, but he runs the claw down.
He's like,
Bet you caught some stubble there.
You two are bound.
Huh?
No, we're not like that. We're just friends.
Not in that sense.
I don't know anything about that.
There are many ways to be bound to another. Marriage is but one formality.
Well,
Bless you.
You good?
I don't know about that, but I think we're getting off track.
Well, before we negotiate any other contract or deal, I'm not entirely convinced I am in a position where I should have to leave Willem alone. He enjoys my presence, I enjoy his. I don't see why any of you have to interfere.
Someone else handle this part of the conversation because I know what I'm going to say.
Wait, hold on, wait. Can you? What did you say? Because I'm really scared.
Before we negotiate any other deals of transporting a city back, I would still like to discuss the matter of Willem. Why I have to leave him alone when he enjoys my company and I enjoy his.
Because eventually he's not going to enjoy your company.
And when he doesn't, I will leave him of my own free will.
And that should be now. Because that puts your life at risk.
this is way more fun. This is a big thing.
Are you threatening me?
I'm saying you could have fun.
I am having fun.
You can have way more fun. You get to go and do something that is way more large scale.
You know, truth be told, he could just come along with us if you want.
What? Wait, hold on.
I mean,
They can't.
now that he's been outed as like the murderer of his own brother, I don't think his family
has
probably
not
wants him
been outed
anymore.
as-
Wait, I
So he could just come along with us, you
I
know?
don't think you can just do that. I don't think you can just take a whole kid and.
What do you say, Willem?
Willem's been taken out of the room and is like past
Yeah.
unconscious.
Oh,
He's with his family now. Look, I don't know if you can really just do that
If he
because like,
wants to come along with you lot, then he is welcome to do so. I'm not going to influence the decision either.
I thought you were actually implying the creature, and I'm like, why would we bring the creature with us?
Well, the creature will.
well, the creature, we need the creature to like move the city.
Yeah, but I thought I meant the
Yeah, let's
creature-
take the kitten, not the
Oh, I
creature.
thought you meant the creature like stays as a permanent part of the party. And you're like, why would you want to do that?
Because Willem's revenge story is over.
It's done.
But yeah, there's really no reason
It's
that,
just beginning. Justice against Brooks was only the beginning.
We're in the middle of one of the biggest ones that's probably ever going to happen.
Does he have other grudges that are worth pursuing? He's just a kid.
With the whole family, potentially.
Not
But-
the whole family, but the ones who made the decision to replace him most
But
definitely.
here's the thing: is that just? Is it just to get
It
revenge?
is not my place to decide what is just and what isn't.
Let me give you another angle. We want revenge on a major political figure.
Many major political
Many.
figures.
I'm not saying I
You're
won't
not
help
able to
you.
do
I'm not saying I won't help you. But I'm still discussing. I can help you and I can be with Willem at the same time. I'm still discussing why you had to threaten me in the first place.
We tried, what? We went there.
You attacked me first.
I said we could have fun.
We weren't trying to attack. Okay. I'm just gonna say we weren't trying to
talking.
attack the kid. He was trying to attack the kid, and I'm gonna with this other one. He clubbed the kid in the skull, which none of us were trying to do with
Yeah,
the
you did do that with fire, by the way. You got to go sort your boy out.
Do it! You beat a child?
I'm really
He's a
rolling-
cleric, it's an exhaust.
I'm really
head with
rolling
the flaming
dice.
It's an
sword.
Yeah, with a
exorcism.
flaming maze and just
Exorcist bonk.
What I'm trying to
Out!
is regardless of whether I help you or not, why do I have to separate from the child?
Can Can we have like a group huddle before we continue this conversation?
Wait, did you say something about nature? What did you just say?
No.
No.
No. I can't hear.
That's okay. I'll summarize it in a second. Do you mind if we just talk? There's a lot of differing opinions here, so this
Are
is
there?
important. Okay, so
Okay.
yeah, move away from this creature.
I just imagine
Look,
we all.
it makes a good point.
About what?
I mean,
He stays with Willem and still does what we want him to do, but still
Like,
we have to sacrifice something.
we wanna save Willem, of course. That's important, but we also want to save hundreds and hundreds of people, thousands of people who are right now
Maybe
not
we
at home.
can find a way to split them.
I can't hear you.
Maybe we can find a way to split them in the process.
I'm very divided.
Well, I was thinking that, but I don't think any of us have those capabilities.
So we
do
have to make the
But it's
decision
also
to either.
way better if he's with us. We are all combat inclined and magically trained. These
I'm
days,
not.
yeah, well, yes, you are. Anyway, the point is,
You
yeah,
won't
you're
admit it, but you won't.
actually no, that's true. You're not combat inclined. So anyway,
This is going pretty good.
so anyway, well, not anymore. But that's not the point. The point that I'm making is that he is safer with us than he is with a whole bunch of other, like his family members, essentially, all going to get hurt because of.
So you're going with Tarina's idea of bringing Willem along with us.
I don't think it's as bad as it could be.
So
So here's-
you two, sorry to interrupt you, but you two are the ones that I can see are most likely to have some sort of means of splitting these two apart. forcibly.
Exactly. Also, they both have resources here on X2.
So that's
You're
what I'm
on
asking.
X2,
You
you're
two,
in the
you two
Feywild.
know your own abilities better than anyone.
I forgot. They have capabilities for when we get back to
Yes.
X2 or whatever.
So you two know your abilities. Do you think you have anything that could do that?
Back to X9.
I don't know.
I'm not
because
in this huddle.
I
I'm
don't-
talking with
I
the
don't think-
friend while this is happening.
Friend wild.
The friend.
We just think like 2 minutes less, like, where's Tarina?
Who cares? It's
she's-
so quiet.
So, in my psychological
She's
training,
talking with the
I've
Fae.
never actually come across anyone who's committed a murder and then gets real angry about it. You have insight into Willem's mind. Could you sort of enlighten me on
Yeah,
that
so
sort
until
of
you
thing?
piped up, he'd been just like, he'd just been like looking at Teely, like intently, trying to figure out what Teely was, but then when you start talking, what do you want to know?
I imagine Tarina's actually standing there like.
I was just curious. You see, I've been training as a psychologist, and I understand the reaction that Willem's family had to the murder, but I don't understand why Willem would be so angry post his actions. I mean, he got what he wanted, didn't he? He wanted to murder his brother for taking his place in the play, but why is he so filled with rage?
Well, if you don't understand his motivation, maybe you're not as trained a psychologist as you initially thought.
Well, I certainly am somewhat trained. I'm just looking to expand my horizons and learn
You
more
didn't
so that
want
I
to.
can help more people in more situations.
Initially, he didn't want to kill Max. He just wanted his rollback, but when that seemed off the table, and murder seemed on the table, his anger was sourced from his frustrations with his family.
It
And
depends how loud we're talking.
I think we're focused on a different conversation.
his anger was sourced from his frustration with the family. It was just manifested as taking it on in routes.
Well, yes, of course, I understand that bit, but he killed the boy and then he continued to be angry after that. That's
Because
the bit
his-
I'm confused about.
Because the yearning for vengeance doesn't stop with just Max. It extends to the members of the family that made the decision to continue casting Max into that hole.
Well, surely after murdering his brother, he'd get the role back, right? Since he's the most able-bodied once again.
There are factors that elude you from the plan, but maybe there'll be something more. It's not my place to speak on matters of Willem's family. I can give you insight into Willem's mind, but his family I cannot.
Well, all the more reason to bring him along. I'm hoping I can learn something.
What are you?
Oh,
I'm just a friendly psychologist here to help.
Not your occupation. What are you?
I'm a friend.
Roll a
I'm a
charisma
friend.
save.
I'm friend shaped.
I'm friend shaped. Shaped like a friend.
It's away from
It's a love hug.
It's outside of the business.
You don't
What's
even
that?
get a plus
Just-
4. You
Just a
roll
charisma
your
saving throw,
general.
please.
I'm
Yeah.
just imagining as like Trina does it, little just comes out.
Is that a...
That's 13.
Okay.
Plus like 8, so
A
21.
bajillion. At least 5.
I wrote Nemesis
that's a
smiles.
bonus die.
I think guess you are a friend.
36.
I suppose
Oh my
we're friends
god,
now.
there's
since Nemesis.
writing.
Yeah.
And you see a
Tarina
little
flops
like
over and
friendship
dies.
bracelet
The
form on it.
Tarina
Yeah.
dies. Oh yeah.
should we continue with our scene while you're doing this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yes, you
Um,
do your thing.
So you were saying something about
All I can think of is whether we can convince Willem that he's satisfied with what this archfey has done for him. And I guess the best way to do that,
is through therapy.
yes, to make him realize the consequences.
So this plan is hinging entirely on Tarina's
Oh,
therapeutic
good. We have
skills.
someone who can make a professional recommendation.
How
What,
do
you-
you feel
you think
about
I
therapy
should-
from Tarina?
You think I should
You
convince?
have a chance to get Tarina off of your back.
That is true, though.
That's true.
I know it's true. I've said a lot of true things right now,
And-
including the combat.
Okay, we have to be very honest about what's going on.
I wasn't lying.
No, I know.
Have fun.
I'm prefacing the statement I'm about to say.
Yeah, of course.
If we bring Willem along,
Mm-hmm.
and then we get the city back, and while we're doing that, we're trying to convince Willem that he no longer feels that way about his family. If it doesn't work, I mean,
If it doesn't work, the least we can do is get the Fae out of him.
right, but I mean, these two haven't spoken up with ways that they think that can happen other than
I don't know. I
don't know
I
either.
can't really tell if there's anything that can really be done.
I mean, it's powerful.
But you have
Personally, don't let me because wait, hold on. Do we know now that it was his own will? He wanted to like.
From what
That's what it,
from
it's
what
been said.
Nemesis has told you.
It seems like it was willing. Yes.
Because
More
now
like
that I
will.
know, according to this creature, that it will he wanted to do this. I don't think I like this kid as much as I thought. If this kid is like, oh, I didn't get the part, I'm gonna kill my brother. Well, do we really need to like?
I don't know. Fae seem kind of funky.
I've
And it's
never.
hard to tell if Nemesis is telling us the truth or not.
Also,
Regardless, if you give you probably shouldn't give a kid a gun, other than you, of course. Generally, you probably shouldn't give a kid a gun because kids are emotional.
Don't bring a kid to a gunfight.
do bring a kid to a gunfight.
Kids don't often understand the consequences of their actions. They make
course.
really fucking stupid decisions.
Of course.
So
That I understand. But even at the age of 17, you know what you're doing.
I mean, the kid's a dick. No matter we can say that.
Also,
right? He's a fuckhead.
the other thing is that we don't actually know how much influence Nemesis is having over the kid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't
I
know
think
if
we
he's
need
telling the
time
truth.
to speak.
Also, if the body is not already rotting down, I can do a little bit of magic. If Solomon is inclined, I've suddenly
He
realized.
better be to smack someone on the head.
So what we're saying is, we all agree we think we should take Willem along.
Yes.
From there, we're just gonna wing it. It sounds like.
What other thing do we have?
But
I
also,
know.
This is the strongest lead we've had so far.
Also, that sort of guarantees that that Nemesis will help us get the city back.
That
because-
doesn't mean that's
Also-
going to be the sacrifice.
also,
Yeah, I understand that too.
I'm a bit worried about, what if we get into combat with this kid? Assuming if the Fae isn't going to affect him in like physically, what if he dies?
I mean,
not to be a negative Nancy, but
No,
No,
negative.
it's fine.
Hold
something
on,
we
wait.
need to
Not
talk
to be a
about.
negative Nemu, but we have. I just now that I think
Well-
about it, this kid might. I'm not sure if this kid is going to be the safest. I trust us, but at the same time, sometimes unfortunate things get in the way.
Well, so who here has had prior experience with Fae? This is the first time I've ever seen anything
Never.
remotely like a Fae.
I didn't.
I just learned yesterday that I'm connected to the Feywild somehow, but
There you go.
Yeah, that's a pretty good point. So we don't know anything about them.
I don't know if we're gonna know
Meanwhile.
anything.
Trini,
Oh,
you are under the effects of Zone of Truth.
that's wild.
Feywild.
You've been here before, Hank. You can do this.
Is that?
You've been here before.
It's true.
It is. Yeah.
They're so jingly jangly.
I ask again, what are you?
Gerbil.
I am an individual with a job to do.
And why does that job give you abilities such as why does that job give you the ability to change form? I know a thing or two about changing form, but I've never seen one like you.
I have not changed form in your presence.
Yes, but kin recognize kin in some way, shape, or form. And in the most creepy old man way possible, he just sniffs. I smell it on you.
Tarina's just like, oh my god.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. It has been a few days since I last showed. Do hope it's not too bad.
Not everything needs to be taken literally.
It certainly is more fun that way.
Anyway. Then he gestures to, and then he gestures to Tilly. That one. What are they?
I don't know. I only just met them. Known them a bit longer than you, couple of days maybe. They seem nice enough.
I hand over to you guys to continue conversation.
I think we're done. Nemesis. Sorry about that.
No worry.
Wait, were you talking to Tarina?
I was wondering.
Oh, yes.
Do we know? Lovely to make your acquaintance.
Oh, it's been a pleasure.
So,
Still there!
hello. So,
So,
we concur with Tarina. We'd like to invite Willem to join us.
what? My decision.
Oh, isn't that
I heard
exciting?
this, but I didn't realize we were going ahead with it.
I'm just I'm letting you know first. We can go talk to Willem as well.
Okay.
But
Protege.
if Willem comes with us, while Willem's with us, you'll be happy to help us out with our little city problem to get back at the family that's fucking us over.
I will do my best, and you have no problem.
Well, that sounds like
It's a very
that sounds like a
Fae
very
answer.
Fae way to say it. So can someone just remind me, what was his motivation with, sorry for joining in. Hey guys, I'm Stuart. Nice to interrupt the entire thing. Why did he still want the kid, considering he's already enacted his revenge?
Because he hasn't finished.
Because
his
more
revenge.
Because
revenge.
he's not done.
He's pissed.
Yo, dog, I heard you like revenge, so we put more revenge
He's
in you.
annoyed at his whole family for not supporting him. I get it. Yep.
Yeah.
I killed them all.
Oh my gosh!
Gotta
All I
kill
did
them
was
all.
kill my brother.
Not to worry,
God.
Stuart. As
No,
long
no,
as,
no.
Not to worry, Stuart. As long as you have enough diamonds and gold for each of the family members, I can revive them now.
Oh, really?
Because I decided to put Revivify.
Ooh.
Hey,
Well, all I
nice.
can talk to them after they're dead, so we're
Right.
good on both counts.
If it ends up not being used in the next few sessions, I will be keeping it on anyway, because I haven't got much I want to use at the moment.
Let's hope we don't have to, kids.
Well,
And at some point, I'll get you a deployable Revivify scroll.
I think myself and
The point is
Tarina
nuts.
should go out and check on Willem.
Well, that's a lovely idea, Tywin. All right, I'll see you in a bit, Nemesis. It's been lovely. I do hope we get to talk more.
Okay.
Nemesis, I must ask. We were unable to reach Willem's sister this morning. His parents have confided in us that she feels unfit to speak. You have not had influence over other members of this cohort, have you?
No.
Indeed.
She's not unwell. She's just traumatized.
As I would expect. I fear finding that her brother was the cure will not do her any good either.
I could wipe your memory.
Indeed. However, that is not what we're here to discuss. It would be
I could wipe your memories.
of that I have no doubt. Though I do not understand how it would benefit you or us in this situation, so let us put it to the side for the moment.
I could send you on your way, and then you'd never know the difference. But I feel like I have something to gain here, as do you. And that is why I've entertained this conversation as long as I have.
And for that, I thank you. I don't remember what else has been discussed, therefore I have trouble continuing this. Someone give me-
Let's discussing.
We're gonna go.
Quickly.
Taking Willem with you guys.
Yeah, on what?
As a
'cause that'll give him.
unwillingly.
So that'll give him, of course, more means to commit revenge while he's under us. Is this guy going to be possessing Willem still?
Probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Most
assuming.
likely.
What we do is we do what they did to the Golden Dragon Slayer. We just like gag him with a piece of bamboo and like, I don't know, tie his hands together, therefore. Then we
Like,
just
snip it.
And
Yeah, that's fine.
then
You would have been part of our little huddle, so you would know we were saying we take Willem along with us, so that Nemesis helps us with the city, but at the same time possibly try to find a way to separate them
Yeah.
against Nemesis's knowledge and will.
I must ask, Nemesis. And wait, am I allowed to ask if he's going to be with us then? What do we...
I think we assumed he was.
Okay, I must ask. It is imperative that I confirm it. If we are to take the child with us, will you be accompanying him in any form? Particularly your influence upon his mind?
I have no influence upon his mind. I just accompany him by his side and help him do what he wants to do.
Can we do an
Precisely.
insight check on that one? Not
Absolutely.
that it's gonna do anything because he's a friggin' fae, but
I got a 1.
yeah.
This dice, man.
This guy's
stop.
I like it, though,
rolling
so I
the
gotta try
dice
it.
when you have to read it out. It's
shoots
been
you point
confirmed
blank
that
in the
anytime you roll the dice
Okay.
and you got to
Ooh.
say it,
He seems pretty good. Yeah.
that was a 7. That was dice.
yeah, that's a 10. That's a 10. I'm not getting anywhere with that.
I trust this man, indeed. It is a good thing he has not charmed me to believe so.
what is that? What is that? An
If I
insight
was
check?
charmed, would I
Yeah.
have disadvantage on insight checks? Or is that just advantage on their checks to make stuff with me?
Yeah, they have. If you're charmed, they have advantage on persuading him to see.
Oh yeah, they'd have advantage with
What's
acceptance,
18
not
plus
disadvantage.
6? 24. I got a 24.
On insight?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like, dude seemed on the level. Like,
He's not going to be with him, so.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I take it you would cease communication with the boy once we take him?
I have made no such
10 out of
agreement.
10.
I am. If Willem desires it, I will leave him alone. But I will not leave him on the behest of your demands.
Indeed. Have we had a chance to talk with Willem himself?
That's what they're going to do.
Both of us are going to do that now.
Best of luck then, Tywin. Karina, I trust you to take care of this child in their best interests. Do what you can.
I hope we can make him see the good that he can do.
Indeed.
Hope that he can make amends.
May the light open his eyes.
So as we leave, I'm gonna say to Tarina, okay, just so we're clear, the therapy that we would like you to do for Willem, that's gonna come later.
Oh?
So don't try to therapize.
Therapy.
Don't try to therapy him now.
Therapize.
Because
He's terrified.
It's plural therapy.
right now what we're trying to do is we're trying to convince him to come along with us, and then we're going to start therapizing him.
I understand entirely, Tywin.
Yeah.
It's all part of your grand scheme.
I mean, honestly, if it was up to me, we'd leave him here and get our city back.
Tywin.
Halloween.
But I'm doing the right thing because you
No,
told me.
it's less a matter of it being the right thing, more of the path of least resistance to get what we need to get done.
What? This is what we're doing now?
Yeah.
You think so?
I mean, the Fae seems to like the boy.
I know, but we're. I mean, if we go the path we're going now, we're fucking with the Fae in a way.
Wouldn't say it's fucking with the Fae.
I beg your pardon? Tywin, I recommend
You're
you
not
stick
here.
to the current deal, please. It's not necessary to...
There's more effective ways
Oh,
of
it is.
bribing somebody.
It's less a matter of fucking with the Fae, more
No.
just like enlisting the Fae.
I mean, yeah. I don't know if the Fae's gonna see it that way. That's all I'm saying.
Look, I just want to try and keep it happy.
Well,
If we want it to help us, we're gonna have to try and keep it happy. And it likes the boy, so the boy comes along.
I'll do whatever it takes.
As you make your way
Okay.
over to Willem's room, what would you like to do? It is currently locked as the door. You do not receive a response.
Start convincing him now.
And
your time
psychology
No,
later.
yeah. Now I'm asking you just to do just your regular silver tongue stuff, you know?
I was specifically requested to not do any psychology, Tywin.
So this counts?
Well,
Getting the
I
door
can
from
do
the
a
door?
psychology thing to you.
Okay, go for it.
All
What's your
right.
relationship with your mother?
I'm gonna do this psychological technique
Not
that'll give
great,
you
I'm
this
guessing.
out-of-body
And
experience.
this is gonna help me open the door or get him to open
Or
the
when you come back into yourself, you'll be inside.
door? Okay, sure.
I'm gonna gaseous form Tywin.
Do you still have spell slots left?
Yeah, we rested.
Okay.
Okay.
You're now a fart.
You did
You
also
are
fight
now
him,
a
so that's what I was
fart.
asking.
What the fuck?
You can't speak, can
Yeah,
you?
you can't speak.
Oh,
You can think.
There you go, Tywin. You are outside of your physical self. How
Do
does it feel?
you just gaseous form him or yourself as well?
Just him. I can't do it to multiple things. How does it feel being liberated from your physical self?
You can't communicate with them telepathically, can you?
You can think to yourself.
I can communicate telepathically with the mushroom.
Oh yeah, good point. Do you still have foot?
I am thinking to myself, but you guys can't hear it.
Well, anyway, Tywin, as you are no longer a corporeal being, as it stands, you can pass right through that door and go have a chat with our dear Willem.
I pass through the door.
The sight that befell you, and warning for those watching.
Oh, sorry?
Warning for those watching.
Oh.
The sight that befell you shocks you at first. You see that one of the bedside mirrors is shattered, and Willem is passed unconscious on the bed with one of his arms bleeding severely.
Oh.
As soon as I can see that you've gone through the door, I'll end the spell, so that you preform on the other side.
Tarina, I reach back and unlock the door and open it for Tarina.
You see the same sight.
Oh.
That's not the noise to make.
Oh, no, I'm very interested. This is quite the psychological turn. He's not angry anymore.
Oh my god!
I think,
Come on, Tywin, do you have some bandages or something? I want to ask him some questions.
I do.
More than bandages.
I take off my bandages and I will put them on.
Make a medicine check.
Yeah, you definitely have to do that.
Wait, don't you have that one thing that stops people dying? Is it a cantrip or something else?
I have spare the dying.
There you go. He's all good.
I mean, I can definitely do that as well.
If you want it, yeah.
Yeah, can I use spare the dying?
Sure. If you want to cast spell the dying on it.
Yes, I can.
Cool, I got a 3 on my medicine check.
The
There's blood.
Well, again, those
I only know how to tie bandages to myself. It's hard to do it to someone.
To somebody
Yeah,
else,
and-
yeah.
It's like tying a tie.
Yeah. I know it from a certain angle.
Yeah. Hold on. Rest himself up. Okay.
arm gets stuck in the a haphazard attempt. The blood flow does not seem to be slowing down. And you cast Feather Knight.
Yes.
But he's stable, right?
No dying just yet, little Willem. I've got some questions to ask.
I check his pulse.
Make another medicine check.
Damn, if only we had 2 people who were trained doctors that we could call.
Yeah, damn, it would be a real shame if someone.
Natural 1.
Oh my
Takes
god!
a pulse.
Nemu's
fuck.
just like, I'm detecting my needle. And I don't know if I'm
As an empath, I think he's dead.
Nemu, the third eye open to Nemu. Like, I really just
I think we might be too late, Tarina.
Oh no, Tyler. That's terrible.
I think I should go back and get the others.
You
I mean-
know what that means.
If you think so.
Okay, I'll go there. You stay here and just make sure that make sure none of his family come in yet.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! All right.
I'll stay here.
Okay. I run back to the group. What the fuck are you gonna do while I'm going?
Or just to myself, this is terrible. Who are they going to put into the play now?
God, he did so much to get here as well.
Oh my god!
Tarina, no.
Imagine having 2 backups and still being flat out.
Yeah, no.
Alright, I go back to the group. I'll go directly to Trey and Nemu. I'll take them both aside.
Take the empath, please.
I have some bad news. I think Willem's dead.
What?
I think you have to come with me. It's a bit too much for me to explain.
Okay, we'll be back.
What? Where are you going?
Okay, it's okay. Don't stress.
What? I'm not
Never-
stressed. Why are you telling me to not stress? I am stressed.
I'll grab
You're always
Nemu's
stressed.
arm. I'll grab Nemu's arm and just start walking. Like,
Yeah, I'm stressed when you
down.
club kids over the head.
Oh, he was possessed. It was an incredibly
Then do
effective
your
manner.
unpossessy thing.
Not fire! I can only dispel unholy creatures, not those of a magical nature.
But he
Look.
Luft looks at Nemesis and goes, I'm not saying he's
I can
unholy.
Are you considered undead? by
Don't
any
say. Oh
means?
my god, sorry. He doesn't have a soul. She just interjects and stuff. Yes!
I absolutely have a
Shut up
soul.
and turn around.
That is why
That's no Solomon 5 without soul.
yeah.
She knocks on the metal plate. She's like, stop, turn around.
Right,
We're going now. Leave,
apologize for She
leave.
is a child and is.
I need you guys to stay here and keep an eye on Nemesis.
Okay.
I will have a. I will continue.
Yeah, I've grabbed Nemu's arm and I'm.
You head over to William's room. The same side that tells you. Like a good half of his bed is now soaked in blood.
I tried to bandage him up, but I didn't do a very good job. But it
Yeah,
might
let me
not
take a
matter
look.
now.
Let me take a look.
Can I go over and cast Lay on Hands?
How much?
Let's go 15.
Can I do a medicine check on him?
For what? Bandages or pulse?
Is he dying, or is it just Tywin, you know?
Sure, make a medicine check.
Ooh. 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 That is a 16.
Okay. He's not dead.
I'm
Tyrone
gonna-
just doesn't know how to take a pulse.
I am just going to directly.
Hey, normally they have blown open heads when I check pulses.
Like,
I'm
like
going to
Swiss
just
nose.
Tywin the
You
assassin
just went like,
doesn't know how to.
here. You went like on his elbow, and you're like,
He does not know how to confirm a kill as an assassin.
Well, yeah,
I'd like to
the
pull
head
out
is in
some
two
bed.
separate places. That's probably dead.
He isn't dead.
He's not.
No, he's fine. Oh, he's not fine, but he's
I checked his elbow and everything.
Well, that's a relief.
16.
Yeah,
Me
you get
and-
you get the bandages, and the bleeding seems to slow in intensity.
Me
It's
and
quite a deep gash that goes from about here upwards.
me and whoever his name is, the guy starts with an S, will teach you how to take a pulse.
Sigmund?
Sigmund.
Oh god.
The Fey Wild is already making me good.
Yes, you between the two of you, you manage to stabilize him, and with the help of Spare the Dying. What would you guys like to do next?
Just gonna, kind of gently like, sweetie, you awake to them?
He doesn't respond.
That's not how you wake me up. What the fuck?
We got a big.
No, you usually wake up with Luft's like foot near your face. 'Cause she's
No,
moving
whenever Nebu
around.
gets me up, she fucking slaps me.
Oh yeah, true.
Literally once. I don't.
At some point, like the trade's gonna be down like 2 death saving throws, and Nemu's gonna slap her, and the one hit point of damage is gonna kill her
It's
instead.
happened once.
It has not happened once.
But he's a kid. He's a minor. Under 21 rule. You just slap a child, unless you like.
Okay, Tywin.
Yeah, I can slap him awake.
I'm not slapping a child.
Can I feel if his like head's warm or anything? Or?
Warmer than usual, yes. He was burning up eventually earlier on, but Spare the Dying and your medicine checks helped him stabilize a little.
If you like, I could cast Cure Wounds on like the wound. Alright, let's go.
What level?
Let's do.
He's a kid, he probably doesn't need much.
Yeah, you're
Let's
right.
go 4th level.
Let's go 9th level Cure Wounds.
Let's go for like. Yeah, 4th level. Let's go.
9th level Cure Wounds is 98 plus.
Just to be safe, I'll do 2nd level.
Good job.
Second level?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so just roll the healing for that.
2d8.
Why do I feel like this is in the vein of inspiring the bloody bad guy with the bard token? We're just healing up this kid so he can stab us instead.
I mean, we don't want
He
him
wakes
to
up and-
die.
I also think we can take a kid.
He wakes up and like stabs me directly in the chest. It's like,
Yeah.
well, that's how it goes.
A bit rude.
That is
Strength modifier?
that
I'm
is
gonna
true.
Do you have a positive
I mean, considering your last two
If he had
rolls.
a
What's your
negative,
strength modifier?
I don't know, because if he had a negative one,
That's about a
he would
6.
Solomon would just be immune to his
Trying to
dagger.
save one.
6.
6?
Yeah.
Yep, 6
My character is canonically
Can
very
I
good at
try
killing
and find
kids.
what, like, because the glasses are shattered and stuff. Can
He
I
has it gripped in his hand, but it's loose. The grip has loose
I'm
Just,
going
you know.
to take that out of his hand.
without issue.
Yeah. and just
It's
have
like
it.
a yay long piece of glass.
I'm gonna start just trying to move all the other bits of glass.
Do you think if I just like mend the mirror, it would not be as bad? Or do you think it's better to
That's
just
pretty
clean
cool.
it? I have mending.
Yeah, exactly. That's
If
cool.
you want to cast mending,
You
you
can
can cast mending.
definitely try.
Yeah. It's easier to clean that, to just mend it than to have it like clean a glass. I'm just gonna like, I don't know, flip the mirror and just
Yeah, if you cast mending, like over time, and and like all the cracks like seal up together to form a whole mirror again.
Is the blood
That's a-
still on that one glass?
Do you know prestidigitation?
I'm gonna start cleaning it then.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a lot better than having to sweep up the glass, I'll say that.
Maybe we
Good
should
use
get
of mending,
like
good
a
use of
damp
mending.
towel or something to place on his head. He seems to be running a bit of a fever.
If Tarina and Tywin's with us, yeah?
Yeah, I was here the whole time.
Right. If you do that, I'll what I'll keep an eye on him. We'll keep an eye on him.
Okay.
Let's see if I have anything that could help.
I'm gonna go find some water and a towel and I'm gonna like, you know, when
with ease, you can do that. Yes. In the meanwhile, Tilly, Luft, Solomon, Nemesis.
Nemesis, what you doing?
I was just going to say, because Solomon, and I think he will have conveyed this to you guys, especially in the huddle, it was incredible. If there is any being that could possibly help us with removing this city, it is this one. He transported me back to...
Yes, Solomon, the one whose host you just bashed up on the head.
Shush, it is superb.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if you were told, but Solomon was banished back.
Solomon was banished back to X1.
I was
always
informed
get-
that he was banished to X2.
I was returned to Theodore's palace. This creature can send me back to exactly where we need to go. I have no doubt he could transport the rest of us and the city.
Transports the entire
I must
city
ask.
into Theodore's palace.
Yeah.
Theodore, we have succeeded
I
in our
mean,
mission!
it'll be good for negotiations.
While I am vaguely aware of the spell that you used to transport me back to my home planet, from its nature I can divine a small amount through my own magical talents, would you be able to explain how it works? I believe it would be incredibly valuable to us to be able to send another creature back to a different plane or planet.
Well, the spell returns a creature by choosing to either a plane of its origin, or if the creature is already on its plane of origin, a harmless secondary location.
Wait, can you say that again?
A harmless secondary location.
Thank you.
If the creature already originates.
Okay, cool.
For example, if I were to banish myself,
Okay.
since I am native to here, I would end up in a harmless secondary location. But
Right.
if I were on one of your planets, then I would be sent here.
Indeed.
If I am sent to the place of my home, then
What is that exactly?
yeah, the
It's
fair-
just here, so you've never been anywhere
Look,
else.
here's obviously a tree. They come from here.
So, like, what? So you're just
Does
a
that mean
fae,
that-
right?
I'm not sure.
Are you a type of fae? Are you like?
I don't care for.
I thought you said he was undead.
What?
You told me to banish him with my magic, which requires he must be a corpse or some sort of
That's
risen
not even
spectre.
remotely what I said.
Ah, I was not exactly listening.
Yeah, I know.
You talk a considerable amount, look.
Yeah,
It is
okay.
I
tiresome.
don't care
What are
for
you?
the labels and the royalty. but
Okay.
They technically are called archfey.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, could you do it more than once?
Do what more than once?
Banish a creature, return it to their home plane.
Technically.
Fantastic.
No, not concurrently.
How about, I suppose, 100,000 citizens of the city? That's all we
Over
require.
Many weeks, yes. I could.
Excellent. We have a solution.
Solomon is so happy right now. He's like,
I have firsthand witnessed the magic we need to solve our immediate problem. We can return the city and its inhabitants merely through this spell.
The immediate problem, Solomon.
The secondary problem apart from the void.
What kind of transport the entire city?
I do not see why not. The city is sure to have spellcasters that can perform it. Surely we can, with instruction from our good friend, nemesis, from the Archfey here, we should easily be able to at least begin returning the denizens of the city.
That's true. Wait, so if you're only from here, are there any fae that choose to leave here and go live in other planes?
Yes.
All the time? How many?
Uh,
What's the ratio?
Look, there is a
Would
caravan of humans and other beings here. Of course
Yeah,
there
but
are
I mean,
fae.
it doesn't
Not-
mean that they necessarily want to.
I would not know the exact numbers of those who choose to leave and stay in the Feywild.
Right.
The Feywild is an infinite expanse mirroring the material planes.
Right.
Indeed.
Okay. So you're. I mean,
You're a curious one,
yeah.
I can tell.
Have you seen? She designed her own arm.
That is most impressive.
I suppose it was with the help of someone that could see the future.
Oh, you're very sticky. Like a stick, not sticky. You're very true. Yep.
Okay.
So is Teely, have you seen?
Yeah, well, yeah, but
What
I
are
mean,
you?
Teely is regrettably made of wood.
regrettably?
I did want to ask you.
I don't know myself. That's why I asked
You're an
you.
archfey. Can you tell if I'm Fey?
One moment. And he begins conjuring up a spell.
I can easily discern if you are undead.
That I don't.
Here,
really see
behold.
what you mean.
Solomon raises his hand and this blinding white light comes out. I don't know what radius it is, but are there any undead in the immediate vicinity? I'm just checking. I think it's like 30 foot. Where's my channel divinity? Channel dead. It's a 30 feet of me.
No.
Yep, there's this blinding white flash
Oh,
as Solomon calls out, "By Paylor!
I'd like to keep my eyes.
yeah.
Do you feel frightened of my radiance?
I've already lost an
It's-
arm.
Or at least any more than usual?
That's a a dominant
No.
person.
Ah, well then I do not believe you are undead. Or at least
Thank you.
maybe powerful
Very
enough to be
cool.
immune to my effects.
Now I do have.
I will
an
consider.
important- I do have an important question. Are all Feywild as agreeable to talk to as you?
Depends on a specific thing.
Oh.
Some are inherently malicious. Some
Oh.
are like this one, goody two shoes, and
Okay.
other.
I do not have.
What is it with you not taking everything literally?
I apologize. I was not designed to hold conversations.
I
I was
haven't-
designed to hold a hammer. It makes it very difficult.
Especially
At
when
times, people do not say what they mean. They do not
You-
mean what they say.
Yes, you made a metaphor just then. You do not literally hold a conversation.
Indeed, I am learning. Is it not grand?
Sorry, he's doing his best.
Now,
The point is, so we shouldn't. I don't know. I just don't. I've literally never seen anything that is even remotely like either of you until like Teely was like a few days ago.
You have
And
seen several
with you,
trees,
it's like,
have you not,
I
Liz?
have seen trees. Have you seen talking trees? Solomon
I've
5?
seen.
no, I don't think I've seen talking trees.
Would you like to talk to trees? I can.
I mean, it'd be pretty nice, but I mean, I feel like they know a lot of
Does
things.
that mean that all trees are talking trees?
The point
I
is,
can talk to all trees.
do you
Most
have
of them are
any
quite
ways
stupid.
that we could possibly know if we're dealing with someone who's more malicious? Like, is this a big thing or not really?
That's weird.
Persuasion check.
Persuasion. Okay.
Because the general conversation was nice, but now you're just starting to get on his nerves.
I must ask, if there are more, say, as you speak of, then surely we can conscript them to cast this spell multiple times and expedite the process.
15. 15?
Hang on.
15.
14.
14.
The exact nature of each Fey, Large Fey, other related associates, it's based on your interaction with them. I can't really give you a guideline on whether specific Fey will be agreeable to your cause. Some might use your cause as a way to, as a means to an end of their own,
Okay.
and some may just do the exact opposite of what you want, just to spite you.
Ah.
The exact temperance of Fey, such as I, is
Very.
the roll of a dice.
Ah. Okay, thank you. She just goes back to writing.
To answer your question, as he's been talking to Lofton, conjuring the spell, you're not Fey per se, but you have Fey construction within you. An interesting merger of metallic build, but Fey-like qualities.
So, the plant parts of me, they are of Fey origin.
Somewhat, yes.
What about these? And Solomon pulls out one of the die stones we have. Could you educate us on their original purpose? From what we know, they bestow visions upon Teely here. And apparently they hold the power, or they would have, to help us in our endeavor had we enough of them.
He just eats it.
We required that. Would you please return it?
Ow.
It is gone.
Yes, I am aware. I am asking for it back.
Well, it's in your stomach. Do you have a
I
stomach?
can remove my stomach. Surely you can do the same.
Actually, I can remove your stomach.
Yes,
but
please.
That's okay.
You see him distend his jaw, and his arm reaches back inside of it and pulls it back.
Ah, thank you. Solomon takes it with no hesitation.
I love to
Teely,
say
you may
that,
have
like,
this instead. I do not believe he knows anything. He tried to eat it.
hey, Solomon.
Is it still like a clean rock?
Solomon.
Yes.
It is
I found a new feature.
covered in tree sap.
You are welcome to try and implement it. However, I regret to say that my hands are far larger than my
You're more
throat.
That's
tree than I
okay.
am.
Well, you just need to tilt your head back far enough.
Indeed.
But yeah, his like entire jaw unhinges. And
Yeah. And he puts his whole hand in.
Wendigo vibes.
Yeah.
Healthy.
Just a bunch of sticks cracking.
Very well.
I mean, there's already time travel in this campaign. Perhaps Telia is simply Solomon and Nemesis' child from the future.
That's true.
Yo.
Are you implying I am on a nearly a good enough relation with this Fae?
Look, you're pretty obsessed with getting a penis. It's gonna happen.
I am.
I do not have a penis!
Yes, I'm aware. I am less interested in a penis than more its effects, i.e. children. Or offspring, as it is.
Not peeing?
That's all. I'm not. This isn't in character. I'm just saying it.
I mean, I'm not even there. I'm just.
God forbid.
I'm offering useless information.
Solomon's penis up. Maybe.
I would like a phallus.
Phallus object.
Well, we turn back to the other half.
Well, I think we should take a break.
I think, guys, we're taking a break here.
We'll take a break, and then we'll come back after the break and continue
Less
this.
traumatized.
So we will see you very soon. Goodbye.
Bye!
See ya. we return to our conversation with Nemesis, and the other half of the party is tending to a very injured Willem. Of his own volition, of course. Are you saying that in character?
Yes.
Okay, so
I'm saying it very quietly as I'm just.
He's coming back into consciousness.
Exactly. That's why I'm like.
Am I dead?
You wish, buddy.
About half an hour passes, and then he kind of stirs a little.
Did you see that? He's moving.
Willem? Are you okay?
Mr. Defoe.
I'm gonna get him a glass of water.
Hi, buddy.
Hey, champ.
Why are you here? Why did you save me?
you deserved it.
I don't.
Well, we're the ones who are going to make that judgment, and we say you do.
Just come back with like a little cup of water and just.
Listen,
If you want to let me enact my free will, how do you any better than the thing inside my head?
It's not in your head right now.
Pardon?
It's not in your head right now. It's currently in a different room.
Either way, if I am not able to make my own decisions, whether that be to take my own life or otherwise, then how does that make you any better than it?
Thank you, little bastard.
Willem, sometimes people don't need 100% free will.
Okay.
Never went to
Where are we going with this?
Slides over a communist manifesto.
Never went to try to look at each other like, what?
Hey,
Oh,
kid.
sorry, I let my lawful evil show.
Hey,
Oh, fuck.
hey, kid, hands over a copy of 1984.
Yeah.
Animal Farm,
Read that.
Oh, actually read it, it's pretty fucking good.
Fahrenheit 451.
Oh boy.
That's a
That's a good book.
That's a very good
It's
book.
a good book.
I have not read that yet.
It's good.
It's very good.
I've been collecting those kinds of books. That's why I asked Devin to get me Handmaid's Tale for my pet.
I forget, did I buy that
I've
for
got
you?
that as well.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh,
Either
you
way.
should read The Edible Woman. It's by the same author. It's pretty good.
Willem, you still have a lot you gotta do. And we want to help you.
I do not want your help.
That's a shame.
You
I
might
get
want
that.
to help, but you can't.
I understand, I really do. It's not an easy thing having people meddling in your business. Having people think that they know the best for you, it's frustrating. And you can take that from me. I never wanted that for myself. But there are times when you have goals that you don't understand yet. There are goals that you have somewhere in you that you're not able to verbalize, you're not able to think of right now. And when you achieve those goals, it's gonna feel better than, put it this way. You know that feeling when you get on stage and it comes up to that scene. You know the scene. The one that you have been practicing more than any other. The one that you continuously go over the lines of to make sure that this is the one that you don't mess up. The one that you're going, when I perform this, I can get myself to cry. I can get that emotion in my eyes. where I can transform myself into who I'm playing completely, where the audience, they're not even thinking that's a good actor. They're thinking this is a real person. That feeling that you get when you get on stage and you nail that. That feeling isn't just something that you get performing. That feeling is something you'll get when you achieve a milestone in life. And sometimes you don't know where that milestone is. What I'm saying, Willem, is you're holed up in this bus, surrounded by the same people every day. And maybe you feel they don't respect you the way they should. What you need is to get out of here. You need to see other people. You need to see the world. Find something that's better than this. And we can help you do that.
Roll a persuasion check.
You know, Tywin, if you wanted to do the psychology yourself, you could have just asked.
Would you like to swap?
Yeah, that works last time.
Yes.
didn't it?
Do you want a dice?
Do you want to swap? We're just gonna swap everything.
Yeah, we're gonna swap everything.
Hamish has literally poisoned his whole part of the table.
I didn't even touch them.
Yeah, no, you don't need
doesn't matter at
to.
this point.
You need some support. so
You don't need
What was the
to.
roll? It was a natural one, Thea.
Second one in a row.
Yep. So instead of the 3 rolls I've done so far, 2, 1, and 1. Just so that we're clear on that.
Hamish, you gotta like.
We gotta put you over
We
there.
don't need a quarantine from coronavirus. We need a quarantine from how much you take people's role.
God, I just spoke for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say you gave
Just
like a
roll.
full-on
Fucking words.
speech as well.
You know, it's a beautiful speech.
Can I get an
really
advantage
good.
for the nice speech?
I'm just getting RNG'd out of the
I will give you this for the double nat one though.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Damn it! It's fucked now.
It's all done, chat.
It never ends.
Now it gives me disadvantage.
Tune in next week when Jordan's entire dice tray just explodes.
We gotta book you an intervention.
Yeah, for real.
He just rolls the dice.
Oh fuck,
and
is the
it's like
cameras
No. Oh.
Oh my god, hi Rami.
Hello? Hi.
What's going on? Is it okay?
Yeah, it's fine. All good.
He's vibing.
Hello, welcome back.
Alright. Kid stabs me.
You were there, just
Yeah.
Hello? I forgot what was happening for a second.
You know what? You're right. I need to get out of here. And he weakly, shakily gets up out of bed and from under his bed pulls out what looks like a leather suitcase and just starts chucking shit in there.
I think that went well.
That was a very lovely speech, Tywin.
Thanks.
I think there's, I was gonna say there's more heartfelt to you than there is, but that doesn't make sense. I think you're very poetic. I don't think you expressed that enough. Very heartfelt.
I know how this kid feels.
Are we all?
Yeah.
Eh.
That's all.
Nemra's like, she.
I'm just gonna throw myself out of this.
Yeah, that was meant to be really quiet and it came out loud. No, never would have felt the same.
I'm just gonna wash this stuff and get a change of clothes. I'll be back.
No,
Yes.
let's take your time. You can't do much with how much energy you've got right
I
now.
need to clean this off. I'll be back in a moment.
I'm gonna follow him.
So,
Please do.
if
You just tried to kill yourself, buddy. You lose the right to choice.
Yeah. Well,
you forfeited that.
He heads towards one of the changing rooms. I'll be back.
I would like to ask, How would Drax's body be looking right now?
The family's preserved it
It's preserved? Well,
to the best of their ability.
alright, Solomon, let's get cracking. We can fix this.
Willem.
Revivify
Yeah, just
only works 1 minute after death.
1 minute? What a
this
fucking
is like
scam!
it's like a defibrillator, not like a fucking pick me up. Sadly.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
not like a
what?
mercy res.
Nemu's gonna remember that exact fact and just fucking scream. Fuck this game.
Willem.
That's why gentle repose is so good.
I think
Now I'm going green with envy.
once you're done in there, you just you gotta leave without anyone realizing that you're gone. That thing that was in your head, it wants to stay there.
It's
Whilst-
made me stronger. It made me capable of things I was not before.
I understand that. That is,
All of you people say you understand that.
but
Is
I
that all you ever say? At what point does the sympathy fade?
I have voices in my head. I am in a state where I don't know who I am anymore. Anytime it comes time to try and protect people and try and negotiate, all I want to do at one stage or another is to kill. I don't have control over myself when it comes to that.
Not everything we're saying comes from sympathy, comes from empathy too. For people like us, we've gone through things where we've lost, we've had to do horrible things. No, we've had to lose ourselves, our identity, people we love, for as long as we can remember. I can't speak for everyone. I can't speak for Tywin. I can't speak for Trey or Terina. But I know what it feels like to not know what to do, where to go. The things feel hopeless. I was taken somewhere completely out of my environment and expected to survive. And I did. When things felt like there was nothing that was worth it. There's no point. Just like a tree in a barren wasteland, it can prevail. It can grow from the ashes like a phoenix. You know, we had a friend who went through something terrible, and they managed to fix it. And I don't know where I'm going with that, but what I'm trying to say is that we don't only sympathize, we empathize. We know what you're going through in a way. Like today said, some of the things you're experiencing right now, she's going through with you. This is not just we understand because you're hurting. We understand because we know that pain. And that's why we want to help you, and we think you deserve to get, to live, to get that second chance.
Both of you roll a persuasion check with a much higher DC because of that one.
Now you just don't breathe for 5 minutes, okay?
What was that again?
Persuasion.
Hold on.
The DC is a lot higher.
Okay. Persuasion.
Yeah, a 9.
Dice working as intended. Good.
That's, hold on,
If I
hold
did
on.
this-
I could salvage this. I got a 14 right now, but if we add my
God.
persuasion to it. Okay.
So all you have to do is roll with 7 times
I
advantage.
got a 17. I got a 17. We can salvage this.
Okay, so this is the only one we're using. Alright. We're good. We're
Will
good.
eventually emerges bloodstains
Okay.
clear in a fresh set of clothes. What the fuck? And he heads back to the room and continues packing.
Video from YouTube. Why is it here?
You say shut up?
No, packing stuff up.
Okay.
Packing.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up! Yeah.
In the meanwhile, what would the other squad like to do, if anything?
Haven't had anything much to do with this bastard. Like Solomon is actively understanding that he's not going to be able to negotiate with him because the guy's not interested in him. I don't know.
He's interested in Solomon in the way that a child is interested in ants with a magnifying glass.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's
Yo.
a bit more malicious. Does Solomon understand that?
So it's just like, I wonder what would happen if I did this. And just like smacked him across the head.
It wouldn't hurt.
Wolf's taken
Oh,
some
is
notes.
If he smacked me across the head, is that a magical attack because he's a fae, or is that just normal? I don't know.
The weapon itself.
No, but like with his bare hands.
No. Well, depends on the creature to creature, but if he attacked you, I will let
That's
you
surely
know.
just a monk thing.
Is he a monk?
No.
No,
I
that's
was
what,
gonna
that's
say,
what I'm
no,
saying.
because
is that-
I'm pretty sure that if he,
Well, like a dragon. Dragon attacks are considered magical.
yeah, but I'm pretty sure if he just punched Solomon, he wouldn't hurt him. There's like a decent chance
Yeah.
that he doesn't. He's immune.
Yeah,
to
so
physical
Willem
touches.
emerges, heads back to his room and just continues packing stuff away.
Do you think that worked?
I didn't realize you were with us.
Huh?
I didn't realize you were coming. Memory.
Choose the room.
No.
No,
I
because they went to the change room.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize
Oh.
that Nemo joined.
Yeah, she thought she was saying that on her own.
I was talking to
Yeah.
myself and he just like...
Did you think that worked? No, I'm
I
joking.
don't know. I thought, for some reason I thought he was still in the room with us and I'm like, oh.
No.
No, because they'd gone to the change rooms. Because he had
Yeah.
gone out the door.
I
What a
didn't.
retcon
That's
that.
why I saw that. I didn't realize that you came.
You know what?
In character,
Sure.
that's what I've said.
Sure. It's like, I decided to come anyway just in case.
Okay, well, next time, please let me know beforehand before I say stuff.
I didn't even know how I got here either. I just...
Everything went
Solomon.
black.
I just
Next minute, I was here. I was here.
I blacked out. I opened my eyes and for some reason I was here.
Where's Nemesis?
He's in the interrogation room.
And he starts making his way over to the interrogation room.
Okay,
You
well,
better go.
He takes a suitcase with him.
So what's the current deal we're broaching with this guy again? That we take the kid, help him enact more revenge.
but
which
we
is-
don't know anything else. There still could be sacrifices that we have to make.
Yeah.
Well, Nemesis seemed to think that the kid wanted him to hang around,
Exactly.
and we were going to humour him, but perhaps that's not the case anymore. Hey, Tywin, how was that out of body experience you had just earlier?
That was. I don't know if I want to do that ever again.
Oh well, it's this new technique, this psychological technique I've been working on.
No, that I know magic when
No,
I
it was
see
a psychological
No,
technique.
No, that was definitely magic, and it was fucked up.
You see,
and I wish you described it more before
you
you
see,
did it.
Tywin.
Now Tywin knows how he
Sufficiently advanced psychology is indistinguishable from magic,
That's
don't you
because
know?
it's magic.
That's my line. Fuck off. I'm the one that's supposed to be quoting Isaac Asimov and the likes.
Well, let's just probably not do that again unless it's like life or death.
Are you
Our
sure,
life or
Tywin?
death. Yeah.
Did you not enjoy having all
no.
of that worldly weight lifted from your
No, that was
your
that was-
mortal form?
It was fucking terrifying, Tarina. Don't do it again.
All right,
Thank you.
just trying to help, you know.
I mean, it got me through the door, so that's great.
Willem kind of walks into the room. Well,
Good day, boy.
yes, Willem. Oh, God. How are you feeling? Better. Anything you guys would like to do? As you see this.
Is this all that you require for us to be able to move the city, or is there anything else?
We wish to come to some term of formal agreement with you.
as you guys as he contemplates, Willem walks up to him. Nemesis, these people have made me come to a realization. Well, that one specifically. I release you. You are now free of any duties to me. I'm leaving. I want to find my own place in the world.
Luft looks at Tywin,
Can-
and she gives him a look,
Is he
and
some-
she's gonna be like, "That's not."
Is he?
Willem, my boy, are
Uh,
you sure about that?
Is he? Is any of this sincere?
What do you mean?
Does that sound like he's putting it on as a show? Or
Make an insight check.
Oh, it's a natural 20, which is like
No.
a 26. Okay.
Oh, he is actually being genuine. Yeah, so it looks like
Well,
Willem,
well, he
boy
might
is-
just be a really good
This
actor.
boy is weak, okay? He's got no.
he's got no moves.
Look, if he was a good actor, he wouldn't have been replaced.
Yeah, he wasn't that good an actor.
But listen, bro. Yeah.
Just by my
Oh,
comment,
fuck.
Willem dies on the spot.
Help, I'd like to report a murder.
yeah.
Willem, my boy, are you sure about that? I can help you.
Nemesis, we will foster the boy until he finds his own path and atones for his
Let
sin.
him talk.
Just
I no longer need your help, nor do I require it. As I said, I release you, Nemesis. You see Nemesis shudder heavily.
Luft's gonna put her hand just subtly on the gun.
As you insist. Have fun without me. You'll come crawling back eventually. Yeah, we'll see about that. And Willem just walks out of the room.
Nemesis, as you said, you will help the boy until he says he doesn't need you anymore.
And then
There's
I
no other
intend to honor
persuading
that.
him.
Takes a hand off.
Does he have to specifically say, or is there like
I
an
mean,
intention
The
towards?
intention is enough.
Right. Okay. So does it seem like he really wants to let you go?
I'm no longer bound to the child.
Right.
So we got a new warlock in the party, guys.
So about that city.
Well, I'm still willing to help you.
But what do you want in return?
What's something you value akin to the return of a city?
Do you ever get a leaf?
If that works the second time, we are fucking.
Just scratches
We
his
gotta-
head.
Geniuses!
We gotta start making a business out of these leaves.
Just scratches his head and pulls out a bunch of loose leaves. There you go.
Oh my god, a leaf!
Good lord!
This is Sigmund,
Right,
right?
please.
Yes.
Just be like, check out this cool like bud I made.
Whoa.
While you guys are contemplating that, like through one of the external facing windows, you just see like Willem has just walked out of the bus
I
and just
thought
walking.
one of us was following him at all times for the whole suicide watch thing.
Well, no, I
I
was
mean,
following
he's,
Oh, we're
him
still-
into the
okay, we're still-
bathroom,
he's traipsing
so-
away into the sunset now.
Yeah, he's just left the bus.
Here we are.
Right.
He's living his own path.
That's all good then. See you, bud. Wait, the bus has windows?
There's some external facing ones that
How does
are one
that
way.
work?
No, they can see out, nothing can see in.
I like to think that
But
the
even
bus is
then, like-
non-Euclidean, so like
Yeah, it is.
shit doesn't make
Oh,
sense.
God.
Yeah, the bus is very non-Euclidean.
What would you consider of value?
It's not my place to decide that.
Is that one of
What do you? Because
Is-
this one, and he gestures to Tywin, needs this very badly.
Do you like
You're on the
limbs?
clock, aren't you?
actually?
What? No.
I have questions about that. Does it
Oh,
have to be
that's
one from
suppose.
each of us, or a
It's
collective
Also
value?
based on how much each of us.
Well, if it's a collective
Wishes
thing, and
to
you see
return
greater
the
value
city
since
where
one
it
of you
came
contributing
from.
its individual contributions, then
I don't actually know how to do that, so I don't know why I asked.
Surely we can provide you with payment from the city itself. We have the ability to
payment
negotiate.
from the city.
We have the
What if you had another vessel?
What?
we have the ability to negotiate. What?
Wait a minute. No.
Tywin.
A vessel had a lot of pent-up rage for many years.
No,
Oh,
Tywin,
I
off
would
the
want-
table.
It's gonna go into.
My name's Trey.
Not you two, Trey. Off the table.
Trey's just adding gods to her roster.
Hang on, this becomes
Has a
Super
problem,
Smash.
checks her phone book. Hold on, let me just call my next backup singer.
Well, you know, from what I've gathered, payments in these parts is largely based on how much each individual values what they're after. And of the crowd assembled here, only Tilly has absolutely nothing to do with the city.
What if we all
That being
become the
said, I imagine that Tilly has the least investment in returning it safely.
What if we all become the vessel? So we don't have to worry about if one of us. We can all do it together, like a friendship thing.
A friendship
Like
of
it's just sort of
revenge,
the traveling.
possessed by the spirit of
Technically, we're
Nevar.
all after revenge for the same thing, right?
Your offer is compelling.
Tywin, wait. Let us negotiate with.
I am negotiating.
What's his name again? The guy who owns the city?
Nemes,
Erlak, Eklak, sounds like
Alethor?
Alethil, Calethil, that was it.
Yeah.
We can easily contact Aether and find terms the city can provide. We need not pay the cost ourselves.
Don't put that in your head.
Tywin,
Don't do that.
Think about the things you. Excuse me. Think about the things you're coming back to.
The infighting's already begun.
Vows. Okay, cool. So this is probably gonna break some of this.
Why the offer is compelling. Promise of payment from the city is also equally compelling.
Oh no.
But what exactly would that be?
We don't
payment
have
of?
to put their lives at stake.
I am not putting their lives at stake. We
Yeah,
will
but that's
contract.
what he thinks you're offering.
Yes, but what about your life?
I don't think he means money. Solomon.
Tywin, I am no less noble than you, but I would not suggest we sacrifice ourselves to complete this task.
Well, it's something that we're going to have to do regardless.
I'm willing to sacrifice some things, but I don't want to sacrifice things at the cost of like everyone else.
I think we're gonna need another huddle.
I bring out all 5 of my diastones. These, while you ate one before, are powerful items. They've been, while I don't know how they work, they've been known to
Tilly, you
create life, and I'm living proof of that.
Don't we need that?
Tilly, you cannot give those away. They are imperative to your art.
It's...
And now you're beginning to understand, little one.
You would give up your hope of understanding your nature.
These are what got us into this plane in the first place.
Well, I shall honor your need for a conversation. I will step aside. I have much to ponder myself.
Thank you.
Oh, you can have orbs to ponder. That's what we do here.
So Namu takes 700 damage.
Niyavara comes back
Yeah,
full
Niyavara
force and have some orbs
Niyavara
to
is the
ponder.
vessel I was talking about.
Niyavara just comes back like, bitch, this is fine.
I mean, if anyone's a vessel for revenge, it's Niyavara's boyfriend, whose name I've forgotten again.
You could do
Yeah,
that. Holy shit.
Taya is
Niyavara just comes
offer
back.
it.
Okay,
Someone
we
whose
moved
location
to
you
the
didn't know.
side.
You're
Listen.
not doing it.
Listen.
You are not doing it.
Listen.
No.
This isn't necessarily a self-sacrifice.
Tywin is
Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not just being a martyr here. I'm thinking of a plan.
No,
Our
you're being an
plan
idiot
was
too.
to get Willem to come with us and then find a way to separate the two of them. Willem's out of the picture.
Yeah, cool. Tywin, you have the most murderous intent of everybody.
That's why I'm valuable.
Yes.
Yes, but what about
So
the
what
risk?
are
I'm
all
putting
the
my
costs?
trust in you guys once again that you're gonna find a way to get this out of me.
And what happens if we don't?
I mean, if we didn't before, it was also gonna be a problem, right?
Yeah, but the difference is that like you can
If you
tackle
don't get it
Willem.
out of me,
Have you
I
ever
reckon you
tried to
guys can
tackle
kill me.
you?
What? Okay.
No.
But I don't think you will need to, because I trust that you guys will be able to get it out of me.
How do you think we got the creature out of Willem?
Well, that's what we were gonna do. That was our whole
I'm
plan.
not beating the
anyway.
shit out of you to get a creature out.
Why not?
Because
I would happily beat the shit out of you.
I
know you would.
That's the thing. You guys all have something to bring to this table. This is what I'm bringing to the table as well. I don't think I'm sacrificing myself here. I understand you guys are used to me being suicidal. This isn't one of those moments.
that's not it though. The thing is the risk
realistically-
factor. The risk factor. If it was you self-sacrificing, I don't know, like your assassination memories or something, sure. But
That's
this is
not valuable to me anymore.
yeah,
Listen.
but you know what I mean, like something that is for yourself. I
The
wouldn't
only
stop
other
you.
thing I can think of is my daughter, and I'm not giving that
Well,
up.
don't. Of course not. But that's another
Yes.
thing too. What if you can't get this out and then you get home to your daughter? Like, do you really want that?
What
No,
about
I
the
don't-
memories of her?
Is he allowed to
Are
listen?
you?
He has been rolling perception checks.
He's been huddling.
Doesn't have to roll perception checks.
Yeah, he's just in over the top, like, oh,
You just kinda like
He wraps
put
his
your
arms
hand,
around everyone.
you put
in
your
a big
hand
hug.
to his face and just slowly push him out.
What
What
about the
of
memories?
this?
Off the table.
What if I? No, that's not strong enough. Never mind.
What if he gets into your mind and subtly warps it so that you blame
Alright,
your
I guess
daughter
the
for
huddle's fucking useless then, huh?
Or what if I get rid
I
of my
thought you were
ability?
of your word.
Or
I
what if
didn't
I
know
get rid
this
of my
today.
ability to like speak different languages?
Nope. As he previously said, Faye are temperamental.
you. Checks notes.
So
Well, that's it. So that was a load of the shit.
Alright, well, everyone else, make an offer.
fine.
We know
Give
what
us
my
a-
offer is.
Do you want a limb?
Give us a you lift. Oh, that's a good point though. We've got a leg. She's got a leg. We're almost there.
The fact that you can craft replacements means that it's not valuable to you.
It is.
Is
I
it?
couldn't do a lot before I got this.
But the fact that you can make them. Roll a charisma check.
Oh dear. Oh god.
Stop, all of you. We are not responsible for the payment, merely the means of returning the city. Let us talk to the people who have the power to negotiate with its full resources.
I don't think the
didn't wanna
negotiations
break
we
something.
could make with Nemesis would necessarily be negotiations that we'd want. Because I don't think gold or any material value is anything for this creature.
That's 21.
As I said, it is not up to us to pay the cost.
Don't worry, being fine,
A
mate.
limb can be considered partial payment at best, my child. Not full.
Then it's something.
Luft as an
I am willing to sacrifice another memory, not my friend's dying, but another one that I'm willing to forget for the rest of my life, even if it makes me more naive to the world.
Make a charisma check.
Ooh, never mind. Just my work. Ooh. That's like
The only reason I haven't had Jordan make a charisma check is because his offer is like really fucking compelling.
4, 5, 6, 7. Well,
Again, perhaps a part of the payment, but will not cover the whole thing.
I could sacrifice my vision.
You do have the most lovely eyes.
She just goes from like being serious. to, Thank you.
you cannot practice medicine if you cannot see your patients.
No, that's where you were wrong. See, medicine is. I have a third eye. I'm an empath.
Can you make people forget you?
Forget me? Who would you have forget you?
A lot of people?
Within reason, but is that valuable to you?
Yes. There is a lot of kids back at home that I miss very dearly. And I know they miss me very dearly. And it might be easier if they don't know who I am.
Roll a charisma check.
Piss. It's okay. 12?
And these children that have memories of you.
We don't need to have remember. We don't need to have anything. I don't need to have anything.
Perhaps another partial payment. Anyone else have anything to bring to the table?
Trey, I don't think you should remove yourself out of other people's lives for a partial
fine.
payment.
Well, at this point, it's just gonna whittle
It's
through
more
until
than
everybody has something to give.
It's better than full. I'm not letting you
Oh,
do
we
that.
all giving. We've already put something on the table to give.
Well, I'm not letting you do that. Fine.
You're special to these people.
No,
I don't want you taking
no,
that away
it's-
from them.
It's nothing.
I don't think it's yours to give.
But you're not giving yourself either, so I'm not letting that happen.
But I wouldn't want to forget you.
Neither would I, that's what I'm saying.
But
If you did that and took you out of my memories,
Then we make them again.
so you want us to forget you, or are you talking about other people?
she's talking about the children that she
Oh yeah, sorry.
was close to.
Sorry, we're talking about us forgetting her. And I'm like, oh. What about you, Talina? Is there anything you're willing to give as payment?
Well, I'm interested to listen to this one.
A lot of the things that were valuable to me in life I've long since left behind. I fear there isn't really all that much left. I, of course, could abandon my profession, but my desire to help everyone around me, but I'm not sure if there'd be anything left without that.
But isn't that what the meaning of true value is? Gold and precious items, knickknacks at best. What makes you, that's valuable.
Well, I suppose it does, but... well... I don't know, I feel I'd be lost without all that I have. My drive to do everything I do in day-to-day life.
Regardless, I am happy for you to discuss what the formal sacrifice is. We can make our way over to the city itself that you wish to transport.
The smaller things that we've discussed so far, how much would that amount to?
Such as, I want a list of people. Her limbs.
So I offered
The three remaining limbs.
I offered a leg.
You offered a leg, you offered a memory, you offered the memories of you from someone else.
Let's say those three.
And leave.
And what was yours?
And the Gaia stones.
Yeah.
Let's say those four.
Okay, I need those 4 people then to roll me a d20.
18.
14.
That's also a 14.
5.
It's 18, 14, 14, 5.
Yeah. Jail. Not even jail, it's just dead.
Over there. It's in the pile over there.
What did you throw?
My dice. Oh,
Jordan's dice.
no, it's my
What
dice.
was yours?
I would not throw. I would not throw these dice.
Even though they deserve it.
They
Solomon
do,
just
but that's up to
fell
you to
off.
throw them, not me.
Understood.
They're not mine.
Goes
Diamond
I'll
Blast!
throw the right.
This is not our price to pay!
I'm willing to get rid of this. It's
You
valuable.
cannot expect the offering of 7 individuals to amount to an entire city and its inhabitants. It will end us. Surely, we have nothing to offer you, and I would not have any of you promise it to him until we have talked to our envoy. There is no benefit to us sacrificing ourselves if it comes at the cost of this.
What do you, what?
Take him up on his offer, travel to the city, and let us confer with Alethyl before we promise such valuable parts of ourselves.
What do you think Alethor's gonna do?
It is not our price to pay, Tywin.
If this is
This was not our fault.
technically,
Solomon, you must keep in mind that, well, these deals can affect other people, not just yourself. as he was willing to offer the memories of those Trey had known in her past. Whereas everyone who here has offered things out of good intent, are we sure that Aether will also do the most righteous thing?
You are right, Tarina.
But if it's anyone, truly anybody's price to pay, it would be the orders. And you know that they wouldn't sacrifice even a hair on their head.
We cannot bargain with our enemies.
It should be said that with the tiefling's offer, the people that she wishes forget would have to willingly accept. She can't make that decision for them.
Do you see?
Everyone else here, they are plant-like being. Your friend over there and the child, they've offered things that they can willingly give up. The memories of you are not yours to give away. You are not the owner of them.
Do we...
Well, that alleviates my concerns a little bit. Perhaps it is worth...
Is there
This
any...
Alathil, how badly does he want his city back?
He is a pragmatic leader who desires nothing more than to remain in his power, from what we can tell. I am sure that he has wealth to offer beyond our imagining.
As I said, wealth is meaningless.
Nemu, you wanted to say something. Sorry, I talked over you.
No, I was just thinking, but again, like Tywin, I don't want to be a martyr about it. I was just thinking if it's still not enough, I'm trying to think of other things I could bargain. I'm willing to... While it isn't necessarily our cross to bear, if we absolutely need to, if there's no other way, I'm willing to sacrifice something else for the town. I don't know if it's really something Ikoria would agree with, but I'm willing to put aside her morals, my values, to save this city, because there is only so much that can be done. And if this is the last resort, then I'm willing to do what I can. But that is just if there is nothing else that can be done. But I don't want to be a martyr.
But what if it isn't the last resort? He's offered us time and distance while we go there.
You made me think of something, but again, we'll visit that to later.
To answer his question, the partial payments combined would cover about, I'd say, half of what it would take.
We've got it. We've got it ready.
No.
What more do you need?
You
I
must
mean, as I've
remember,
said,
Tywin.
it needs to be of something that you value.
Is it one per person?
It doesn't have to be. As I said, his offer is enticing. The offer of at least a conversation with the city's leader is also enticing. As I said, as Willem said, through maybe some of my tenets, I live for the drama.
Explain to us how you would facilitate the return. We heard tell of Fey crossings, which led us to this realm.
The city would first be transported into a Fey crossing, a sort of transitory space for the city's return to take place, and then with a second ritual, the first ritual would bring it to the transitory Fey crossing. The second ritual would then convert it back to its original place. I have the ability to... I know the nature of the... Now that you've mentioned it, and I've got some knowledge on the matter, I've got some idea of how it was transported there in the first place.
Indeed.
I can twin the casting of this ritual such that the other counterpart that exists on the second material plane is transferred back at the same time. Otherwise, you're just overlapping land masses, and that won't end well for anyone. The denizens of the city or the denizens outside.
I was half expecting it to become a floating continent, similar to Iridia? What's it called? Iridia? Erin, there you go.
Oh.
I was going to say, if Alathu gets a chance to bargain, that's what he's going to ask for. He wants his own battleship. He'll be like, oh, cool, I'll give up the lives of all these idiots, I'll kill them for you. And then everyone will be angry at me, and that's revenge.
Well, he can't. They have to consent to lose their lives.
He can
We did
consent to
establish
keep
that.
their lives. There's a difference.
That's true. Tywin,
Yeah.
you must remember that our friend Nemesis here inflames any negative feelings that you might have towards those that you're familiar with.
Hey, I do no such thing. I only give them means for them to act upon their desires.
Well, I'm just reporting on what I'm seeing. I am compelled to tell the truth after all. But
That
Tywin...
effect ended a while ago.
Actually, does it make it more powerful if
Oh,
I...
dearie me.
No, she's talking about a
Must be
Hippocratic
a
oath.
hangover of some kind. No, dearie, I always tell the truth. Don't be silly. But
Would it
Tywin...
So then shall we tell them the truth?
Hmm?
Do you want to share your truth with the rest of your compatriots?
Well, that I'm a psychologist and I'm here to help? Yes. You're welcome, everyone. I do my best.
And we
Anyway,
appreciate it
Tywin.
greatly, Torino.
Have you been entirely happy with everyone, even in this room?
Define happy.
Well,
think of all the people asking.
when Solomon confiscated your crossbow,
He was
were you happy with Solomon?
At the time, no. Now, yes.
He was distinctly
It is.
sooky.
It is quite possible that those negative emotions could be unearthed and
They don't exist
reignited.
anymore. And I guarantee you, if Solomon and I fight, he's laying me out.
It depends how far away you are.
We
Perhaps,
discussed this on chat.
To be quite candid.
perhaps not when you're boasted by the great and mighty power of an archfey, Tywin.
All I'm
Hey.
saying is I trust you guys. I think we're actually not losing that much, even though it feels like we are.
Oh, well, trust is all well and good, but
And I mean, we
not-
just all offered to surrender a bunch of other stuff, and that didn't even amount to half of it.
So why do we go through him then?
it's all well and good,
What do you
Tywin. The trust, but
Shopping around.
So why do we go
if we've all
through?
been killed by your
So why do we
ship-
go
I'll
through
find a lower
Nemesis?
offer, we'll beat it by 10%.
Yeah. Why go through Nemesis?
You mean find something else?
Yeah. He's not the only one here. We can definitely go to a different one. You said there's a lot of different Fae who are
So
willing
we
to
were
do a lot of
speaking to
different
this other.
things.
I've got this other archfey on the phone,
Yeah, and he said he'd beat your price by 10%.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
And
and they were saying that they're happy with these 4 sacrifices.
that's
Yeah, I mean,
that's
you don't wanna
definitely an
have-
option left.
Yeah, I can
And
get a quote.
That's a very valuable one.
I can get a quote on a Fae that is...
Willem's
that's what you
already
do for half the
left.
price.
We've already done one of the things that was intended.
Yeah. I mean, we can. I'm just worried that there won't be anything else. I'm
We don't
worried
have
that
to
we've
be.
been handed the answer on the silver platter and we're not taking it.
No, he already told me the answer.
I have
There's
another
other
offer.
Fae here.
I have another offer. I am willing to remove... Can I be honest, actually? Because it's just occurred to me. I think I've had more than one conversation with you about what you guys do and how you do it and how morally questionable it is. And to be honest, sometimes I think about it's a confliction more than a religious one with the Korea about, do I want to be in this group? Should I be in this group? And don't take this the wrong way, because I don't think of this in a negative way. But I'm willing to sacrifice my values to become equal in that sense. There's a lot of conflicting feelings, and I'm willing to sacrifice what, holds me high up, if you will.
Your morality.
Yes.
The moon cannot. We cherish you for your heart.
Do you?
Also, good people do different things.
Yeah, I've come to terms with that, but also,
So you
How-
don't have to
but
give
how
that
many
up.
times do I really want to keep doing that? I mean, saying that sounds like, I know this, and if I do it again, it's from, with the knowledge of how you do it. But, maybe it's better that way. I think the more I am with you, the more morally conflicting it is. And I'm willing to sacrifice the values that I held because they mean a lot to me. But I'm willing to give them up if it helps.
What time of day is it again now?
It's twilight.
Ah, good point. How many hours have we been doing this for?
You've been up for about 4 to 5 hours.
Okay,
so
so
it's
like-
about midday-ish.
Midday, if midday was the thing.
I am willing to sacrifice, my lawful nature. If it means that I can, as selfish as it is, being at peace with myself, as well as with you.
I still say we don't have to go through Nemesis.
I know,
I still
But-
say you're all fools for dealing with this creature when we could let the city deal with it himself.
I'm conflicted about that because I feel like what Aether would put on the table probably wouldn't be as morally better than us. I am willing to put that on the table as well.
Roll another charisma check.
Watch this being at 1.
Oh yeah, that's 27.
What is a
The
27?
cop.
Well, it landed on a 15.
That's
It
a
was
50 on
it
the
was like
dice.
that. What was it?
Charisma check.
Plus 3?
18?
No.
No, that's 16, 17. No, that is 18.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, because that's part of times 3.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Another thing that I can consider adding to the party opinions.
But does this go away if we
I
declare?
will say this. This is what I have to say on that matter that you are discussing. If you are willing to sacrifice your morality for this greater cause that you see fit, then one of two things must be the case. Either your morality hasn't changed at all because you want to do good, or you were never morally good in the first place and you're willing to sacrifice your morality.
Don't hit me with a paradox. You know I'm not good enough for that. I'm willing to give up the I don't know how to say this without sounding forthwolly.
Do it.
I'd like to get rid of what makes me lawful. You know what I mean? Like me and Solomon follow a sort of law, a
A
rule.
rigid tenet of rules that
Yes.
define how we interact with the
Yes.
world around us and do good.
You explained that better than I ever could.
It is because I'm far more cleverest than you.
I am not willing to get rid of my entire morality, but I'm willing to get rid of what makes me strict and rigid. Because those values I've held in my life for so long, and I'm willing to let them go.
As I said, I can add it to the partial payment. Regardless, I will give you some time, some genuine time to discuss this amongst yourselves without me peering on your conversation. Of that you have my word. He gives you a really wide grin.
Okay.
I say we should at least let him speak with Aleph.
Solomon storms off angrily.
I don't.
I'm with Luft.
So you've got 3 trains of thought amongst the party. Make deals with him right now, make deals with someone else, or let him make deals with Aleph.
Alright, I'm guessing we've all left. Nemesis is left.
Oh, Nemesis just like, there's clearly a door, but he just walks through the wall.
Yeah.
He just wants a giant
Yeah.
fucking
Whee!
hole.
No, he just walks, like, phases through the wall.
You did that.
Look. yeah.
Like that. Tilly just goes, you did that.
No, I wasn't there.
Who
I
knows?
wasn't
Who
here.
reminded
you
about
can
the current
detect
situation?
farts.
Who knows that the
Detect
boy
farts.
killed his brother?
No one.
No one, because those two were under compulsion. You have to figure something out for that.
I mean, I said I'd follow what you guys wanted to do, so I'm not overruling
You
it.
said you were willing to be possessed by an archfey, Tyler.
I have also said that.
It was very
What I'm
wise.
saying is, I think what I'm offering is the best strategy.
I mean, not going with it.
I am willing
You're
to.
the captain, but
I-
I wanna make it very clear. It's from a strategic point of view.
From a strategic point of view, the best thing we can do is not go with him.
But we may not have anyone else.
We do. He told us that there are other archfae.
Somewhere in the
find
world, but we're
them.
on a timer.
I am conflicted.
What are the odds of us finding another archfey, let alone acquiring an audience with them in that time frame?
Who knows?
See, that's true. That's why I'm so conflicted.
Yeah, that's the problem. We don't know, and it's
He could be the best shot we have, but at the same time, like you said, I don't want to deal with Alethor because who knows what Alethor is willing to give up.
Alethor is willing to give up far too much. That's what I'm betting on.
Exactly. And also, if Nemesis wanted to try to deal with Alethor, I don't think it would be material wealth, unless that's truly what he values. But you know how things are.
I am okay with letting him talk with Alethor if that's how you guys want to go about it. Because, I mean, maybe Alethor will have something that... Like, I'm okay with letting Alethor take the cost of this. But if what Alethor is going to give up negatively affects a fuck ton of people, and what we're going to give up affects maybe one...
Do you think we could ask Nemesis if he would be willing to tell us what Alethor would be willing to give up? Would that be a private matter?
Well, I don't know if he'd care. He just wants something. If he hears a good offer from Alethor, why wouldn't he just take it?
I don't know. Because how do you know Alethor won't be like, oh yeah, I'm willing to, sacrifice the souls of my town, to bring it back? Because it's extreme, but you get what I mean.
Well, you must remember that you cannot give up something that does not belong to you.
That is true. Well, technically the town does belong to him. Therefore,
Well, they're not his slaves.
oh, you don't know that. You never heard of Jeff Bass? Us? But in all seriousness,
I don't want to just keep telling you what I think. What do you think, Trey?
In a personal standpoint, you are not letting something enter your brain. It is so damaging. I'm not letting you go through that.
Okay, well, what do you think we should do?
I don't know. But that is not happening under any circumstance.
Maybe we should go around and ask everyone what they think the best course of action is.
You hear down the hallway, Prairie and Effusion, and now Nemesis have just started playing music together. And Nemesis has pulled out like a pair of bongo drums.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's making friends though. I think
Yeah, maybe he'll come back and he's just a good guy.
he's
The power of music will have changed
I've
him.
changed my mind. I'll just let you guys go.
Sorry, I kind of sucked.
I'm gonna join this ensemble and we're gonna go perform around.
Yeah.
It's like this tall fairy, like an elephant, and then
That would be so cool though.
You know that one bit in the German books we all read where they had like the donkey on the or fox on the.
Oh yeah.
Same monkey.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
Okay, Solomon,
What can I help you with, Tywin?
if you were the sole person making this decision, what would you do?
I have explicitly voiced what I believe we should do.
Just make it clear in one line.
Give it time. Confer with Alethil before the Fae confers with him. And establish what he is willing to give up.
Okay.
Considering it is his city, I believe we can help, yes, but I do not believe the onus should be on us.
Okay. Nemu.
Like Solomon, I'm gonna just re-clarify as I made explicit. I'm willing to either give up personal value. I've already put, my share on the table. Obviously, I'm willing to give up more. No one else wants to. Either that or, honestly, finding another Feywild. But I do not trust Alethor making deals with the Feywild.
Okay. Darina?
I've said my piece. I'm concerned what might happen to you if you were to accept the arrangement from our dear friend Nemesis. Yet I'm also concerned what Alethor might be willing to sacrifice in order to re-establish himself as leader of the continent.
So if you had to make one decision of what we do next, what would you do?
No, I choose to remain impartial.
Tapistan, what do you call?
Alright, I'll accept that for now.
Really? I do not know this Alathyl, but I think it's his city. He should, and it needing such a huge sacrifice, he should at least contribute. We should at least let Nemesis speak with him and see what he offers. And I haven't seen this Alathyl, but given the state of the city and given what I've seen you all can do, if we don't like what Alathyl offers, I'm quite certain we can take back control of the situation.
You think so?
Well, as I said, I don't know this Alathyl, so most of the judgment is up to you for that.
Fair
But
enough.
I can't put a trust in us.
That is akin to suggesting that we could subdue Tywin when possessed by an archfey.
Alright. Trey said she wasn't sure. Luft.
Well, I'd like to say I'm a kid.
Indeed.
You're a smart kid.
Yes, who has already lost a limb previously. I don't think it's a good idea that we even consider what this guy is saying, because it means that it has ramifications for everybody, and I understand that so far that's kind of what we have to do, and that's our thing. But I just don't think that he's the one who should be able to do. Anyway, I'm gonna faff on. The point is that.
Who's he talking to? Who's he bringing in?
Look, I recognize that my prospect of finding an archfey is probably not going to work. So what I would rather than people giving things up, I don't know, I mean, if we can talk to Alathyl before and find a way to, I don't know, can we fool this Fae into thinking that Alathyl wants to give something up?
I feel like this Faye is smarter than we give it credit for. I feel like Faye, or Feywild, whatever it is, has seen more than enough tricks up its sleeve. But then again, that's just me. But I don't know if it can, but I'm willing to.
I don't like the idea of it, but if it speaks to Alathyl and Alathyl has any kind of sense, then maybe he'll give up something for him personally. But
That's the best case scenario, yeah. Alright, if I'm understanding everyone correctly, it sounds like the top opinion is to speak with Alathyl personally first. And
Yeah.
then, I mean, go from there, but possibly, hopefully, Alathyl will solve our problem by having something valuable enough for him to give that we don't have to make any more sacrifices.
well, at least my limb would be going of my own volition.
We can always make our deals with the Fae if Alathyl fails to provide anything. I just believe it should not be our first course of action, Tywin.
We have so many beliefs as a group. How do we make decisions?
That's what
I
I'm here
mean-
to solve the problem.
By only looking at the facts, I guess.
There are almost exactly 8 of us. I believe we should roll an 8-sided entity.
It's almost as if. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Awfully convenient.
It was an 8.
That means it's Thea. Nemesis, what should we do?
Nemesis is off in the distance playing the bongo.
I'll go let him know what we're discussing.
If it's absolutely what we want to do, I'm not gonna stop us.
I'll head off to go find the lovely ensemble that's taken place out.
Does anyone remind me how we get out of this plane?
What do you mean?
We didn't figure that out at all. did
No,
we?
we were told it's a one-way trip.
That's going to be another pain.
Um,
and then getting back
Solomon,
That's our
Yes.
sacrifice.
Pardon?
do you mind following Trey? I just want to make sure she doesn't do anything crazy while she goes to talk to Nemesis.
Indeed, though I do not believe she could play drums
No,
worse.
Solomon can stay here.
You think
I'm
you can-
going.
Okay, go
Alright.
for it.
Very well.
Looked goes look.
I hate everybody.
I trust
We know
this.
Trey by now.
Everyone here.
I trust this more than I trust this because I know this is probably going to say something more than this.
So we will have that conversation when we get back from a break. We're running out of batteries, so we'll do a quick break and we'll be back soon. Goodbye.
Yay.
This bitch trying to
welcome back. I've broken Hamish.
Gotta not say these things off air.
Hamish brain.
We return. I believe the two of you were headed to talk to Nemesis.
Very important is that when Luft comes up behind Trey, she first puts her hand on the back of her. She first puts her hand on the back of her arm. She goes, "It's just me. It's just me."
Why?
Because I was gonna get some.
Why?
I know, but look, it's just that it's probably just better if someone comes who's neutral to this.
We're not letting Tywin use his body.
No, absolutely not. That we are 10,000%, bajillion times a million not doing. Yeah, 100%, totally. Yes. Absolutely.
But what's an equal payment to a vessel?
Too much. Way too much. Which is nuts. I mean, this guy's only taking a leg, very treasured memories, and a whole bunch of other things. He's just doing it for himself, obviously. That's why I'm maybe fair. But I know we probably also can't come find one in a realistic timeline. Yeah, no.
Well, whatever music they're playing, it sounds pretty groovy.
Yeah, at least it's decent.
Yeah.
Why can't he just
Have
be
you have you considered just being a band? Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Just first off, before we take you away, the music you were making was really lovely, and you should actually be a band because that's something I would listen to.
Well,
I think it'd be a lot more joyous than.
if they would induct me into their musical act, I would love to.
Have you guys considered doing that? She looks to the pixie and. I think it'd be pretty nice.
I have to talk to Officer about it.
But in the meantime, if you want to discuss it, we just have some stuff to catch you up on. Nemesis, if you want to just quickly just jump over here.
Farewell. I will be back momentarily.
So we discussed that we'll let you have a discussion with Alpha, who is the leader of the city. If he doesn't provide an offer that matches to what Tywin's offering, is the only thing of value that's going to be equal to that another person's body? To you. What do you value?
Well, as I've said, a vessel is quite enticing. Perhaps assistance with exacting someone else's revenge could also be equally enticing.
Why didn't you say that? We hit people all the time.
Well, that I might be able to offer.
Where's Taya at?
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of revenge things.
I didn't get really to talk about it before when you brought it up, but I guess the way people would say justice would be revenge, wouldn't it?
Justice is, by definition, how people justify revenge.
A long time ago, my mentor was killed by the same people that we are trying to beat by bringing the city back.
What?
And sorry.
She can't talk, don't worry.
Can you even reach Luft's mouth?
Shut I forgot!
That's what I'm saying. It's like covering someone.
Shut up!
What are you doing?
Everybody just shh. Anyway. For years I have been trying to track them down and find my way to take them all down. And it's something that has just started by this family. It's something that personally I hold a lot of value to. And if that works, I would happily do it.
What is your offer then?
Help me take the revenge on the Order.
As long as that doesn't mean going into your body, because that's...
I've got voices in my brain already. I can...
Indeed. In which case, I may not be able to help you. Well, you specifically.
Why is that?
Well, I would not. And who is in your mind?
No. Answer my question first.
It depends on who's in our mind.
How well do you know of the beings that are from other planes?
I like to dabble in my knowledge.
So if I am to talk about two deities specifically, would you maybe have an idea of what they are?
Depends on who they are and what their influence is.
I guess you could say they're my parental figures?
Whatever floats your boat, I guess.
One goes by the name of Kanos, and the other goes by Grass.
Well, then you're definitely beyond my help. As I would not challenge the combined power of either of those.
I don't want Tywin to risk his body to be a vessel.
That is also not your decision to make.
I know. But I want to be able to offer something that can be in place of that.
Are you guys okay?
Yeah, keep going.
He was just baffled by my mask
I
hanging
still
on
am.
my
I don't
earrings.
understand how. Do you have to put it through your ear?
What?
I don't understand.
Later.
What was the last thing you said? Sorry.
I said I want to be able to offer something that can be of value.
Well, as I said, while humble brag, while my power is great, I would not challenge both of those beings. Maybe individually, but both of them. No, thank you.
Well, we can go and talk with Alfred and see what he would offer, and then we can have a discussion from there. If that's okay with you.
As I said, I can, at the very least, return you to your city. Fine. At this point in time, he...
As soon as Trey and Luft leave, I'd like to pull Tywin aside. Tywin.
Good thing I let Solomon stay in the room.
No, I'm not there.
Why aren't you there?
I'm busy.
Get back!
You can tell him to stay with those guys. He's gone off and done his own thing. He's busy.
Yeah, Tywin,
He's performing his daily rituals.
we've discussed the risks that are associated with what you're willing to sacrifice. And yet you're still willing to make that sacrifice?
I don't think I see it as a sacrifice. I see it as a temporary setback, an investment. I truly believe you guys are so impressive that any problem we get in our way, we find a way out of it. And right now, I mean, yeah, we're solving one problem with another, but I think we're solving it with a much more solvable problem.
Well, I have great faith in my psychological expertise, and as I've spent quite a bit of time with you, I am in part responsible for the decision that you've come to, at least in my mind. So I'm willing to back you up on it. You must remember, Tywin, it's your choice to make. Everyone else here has their own agendas. They may be looking to be the most morally righteous, but ultimately they want to do what they want to do at the end of the day. But that doesn't take you into account, does it?
I really appreciate what you're saying, Tarina. The problem is, I did tell them that I wouldn't go rushing forward and making decisions without them. And if I'm gonna trust them, they need to trust me. If I just go and sacrifice myself, then, I mean, it might tear everything apart at the seams.
Well, is your act of sacrificing yourself not the greatest show of trustworthiness that one could perform?
I was hoping it would be, but I don't think they see it that way.
You see, Tywin, everyone else, they're too selfless. They don't understand that anyone other than themselves would be willing to make a sacrifice like that. You can see that, can't you?
I don't know if you're convincing the right people here, Tarina. I mean, I'm on board with the plan. They're the ones who ain't.
It's not their choice to make, Tywin.
The thing is, if I do that, and then even if they do save me, they're just gonna kick me to the curb.
And why would they do that?
Cause I made the choice without them.
Do you think they'd be so petty as to throw you away like a piece of trash just because you did what you thought was right, Tywin?
I don't know, and I don't want to find out.
I think you don't think as much of your friends as you say you do, if that's what you believe.
I salute my Tywin.
Make captain, make captain.
Maybe we should see how this Aleph thing goes, and I'll keep your words in mind.
Maybe look it up. Maybe how to think.
Again,
I need to focus.
it's a leap of faith on your part. We're going to be taking the Fae with us.
Yeah.
You can make that decision at any time. Don't need to consult. It's all on you.
You're right, it is.
Your mind, your body, your future. Your efforts to make yourself a better person by making a sacrifice for the sake of a whole city of people you hardly even know.
Keep it in mind, because you might just be right.
Glad you're finally warming up to my words more openly, Tywin. It felt like it was a bit rough for a while there, but
That's an understatement.
I'm glad you're taking it all to heart. I've always wanted what's best for you. You know that, right?
I do now.
Good luck, Tywin.
Thank you, Trina.
Begrudgingly.
Do they have showers in the Feywild?
I don't know. I haven't found one
Wait,
yet.
you find Tarina that repulsive?
They do, because the dressing rooms have showers.
Well, Tywin wouldn't be the first one. Nemesis was also whining about it.
Tywin notably doesn't like any physical displays of affection from people who he doesn't. But it's also Tarina. It's definitely someone he doesn't want physical displays of affection from.
May I?
Trey tries to go up and make a deal.
That's right, it's platonic. I'm in
Stops him
Sigmund.
meanwhile.
Oh yeah, because I gave that book.
Can I get everyone but Jordan to leave the room, please?
Yo, suck it.
I'm angry.
Get Nene time.
Oh, good timing
Like,
because I gotta go get my food.
I wouldn't make a ghost roll. I can roll that now. Can I talk to little midget man about what's the way to get back that don't involve paying the fee? I can't think. Gideon? Galleon? What's his name?
Glasgow. Glasgow.
Oh no.
As Tarina pulls away from the hug, a strange sensation happens where Tarina, as she's removing herself from the hug, freezes in place. Everything around you suddenly stops. You look outside one of the windows and you can see the swaying of the trees come to a standstill. You see Tarina freeze in place. You see the dripping of the tap you hear suddenly stops. And Nemesis walks in. Well, I thought it was about time we had a chat without the influence of your friends.
I don't think my friends would like that.
Yes, but what do you want?
I don't know. I keep trying to do what I think is right and what I think is best, and it's all conflicting constantly. Some of my friends say something, some say something else. I know what I want to do inside, and then that seems to conflict with something else inside. I don't know.
Believe me, having a council of friends of second and third opinions is a very valuable thing to have. But at the end of the day, you are your own person, are you not? You're not a collection of minds working as one. You're not a hive mind. You're a being unto and of yourself. I am not here to sway your opinion. I'm just here to unsway your opinion from the rest of your cast.
You're not affecting my mind right now, are you? You're not using some weird magic on me that's gonna charm me.
He puts his hands up. Some of my magic requires me to move my hands. They can remain right here. This is a show of trust, a show of good faith.
Okay. What do you want to talk to me about?
Your offer of becoming a potential vessel excites and entices me. If you would like, and he keeps his hands up, I can help you calm your emotions down so that you can think about this rationally.
No magic.
Okay. As you wish.
If I went along with it, what would that mean?
Well, you would be my emissary for enacting revenge where the two of us collaboratively see fit. You would gain some powers. It's a mutually benefiting relationship. is what I'll say.
Revenge against whom?
That can be decided as we go along. You might come across a scorned wife whose husband has been cheating on her, and she desires revenge. You may come across the likes of Willem, who has been wronged time and time again, and they seek revenge. It does not matter who the target is, but they desire it.
Okay. Another question. Would you be able to put conditions on this of my choosing?
Such as?
What if I wanted to make it so that I couldn't hurt my friends, no matter how much I wanted to? The ones that are here with me. Just as insurance.
Roll a persuasion check. You can do so with advantage.
Actually, I'm not going to use that like garbage die. Okay. 21.
The friends here, you do not wish harm upon them.
Or my daughter.
I don't see why you have to harm them.
I don't see why either, but I don't know how this works. I want to make sure.
As I said, I will make suggestions if you agree.
I want to make sure that I can't, even if I want to.
That's an entirely different contract we're discussing there. If you have the intent, if you have the desire to hurt them, I can try and stop you. I can't make any guarantee that you will not hurt them. I can definitely dissuade you from hurting them, though, as part of our deal. I can try talk some sense into you.
Dissuade, talk sense into it. These are... You just...
Would you like me to physically restrain you every time you go to hurt them?
If that's what it takes.
I can do that. I can magically make it so that you cannot move. I can make it so that you are not present. I can make it so that you vanish like your metal friend did when you go to make an attack against your allies. Your daughter. If that is what you really desire.
Yes, if I go to do it, I want to freeze up. Completely. Until that feeling goes away.
I'm sure we could incorporate that as part of our binding.
How do I know that this is all going to be on the up and up and you won't just do something else to me?
Well, the phrasing is a little hazy, but we can enter a sort of probationary period. If you do not enjoy this bind, genuinely do not enjoy this bind, I know the ins and outs of what you've been discussing. Even though I am not presently listening, I know the vague intents of people. And I know that you want your friends to try and separate us. If you truly desire us to be separated in that probationary period, we can be. But if you try and pull any tricks on me or any untoward behavior, you won't have to worry about yourself hurting your friends.
You're a person of your word, huh?
Yes.
So am I.
As I said, this is a mutually benefiting relationship. What's your daughter's name? His hand is still up.
Sasha.
Would you like to speak with her?
I haven't earned it yet. So no.
A noble man with a noble cause. But we'll do whatever it takes to get there. I respect that. It's why I was not interested in talking to your metal friend or your tiefling companion. They, as I said, are one-dimensional beings who see in black and white. and fail to see the shades of grey. If you would like to contact your daughter, I can arrange that. But it is your call.
No, but I think I will make this agreement with you. As long as you stand by your word of what you just said.
I will make sure you cannot harm your friends. I'm happy to enter some sort of probationary period when if you and only you decide you want to end it, you can. Anything untoward, and as I said, you are not the threat to your friends.
Fine. Pull the trigger.
He extends a hand.
I don't regret this.
You can let him back in.
I'm excited to meet your new character, Jordan.
Thank you.
Jordan's dead.
Did you
Yeah. Tywin's not dead. Jordan's dead.
Jordan's
just
dead.
open the door
Tywin
first?
Lexington
I did.
has been an
It's just me.
Yeah, who's Tywin's new player character
It's like
now that Jordan's
it's like
dead?
the Simpsons episode where Bart sells his soul and he can't open automatic doors anymore.
It's been an honor, Mr. President.
Are we regretting decisions already?
I don't know.
If you sacrifice your soul, if Tywin sacrifices,
What happened to Olivia?
Oh, she's gone back.
She went to the loo.
Gone to pee.
She very well might have left.
Oh, man, you
Didn't.
literally gets asked. The wrong person gets asked to leave the room, and she's just fucking out of it.
Just like, shit.
I was playing this for so long.
Yeah. God damn.
As the effect that initially triggered all this fades, Serena just recoils from your hug.
What?
Oh, you guys were hugging, and then the hug ended, so you guys recoiled from each other. Because, well, Tywin recoiled from you.
Thanks, Serena. You were more convincing than I thought.
I'm happy to help, Tywin. Just wanted, as I said before, I want what's best for you.
Okay. Hold on. Are there tissues again?
No, I got a thing to clean whiteboards with.
Are there any tissues in your subway bag?
There's surely a serviette in there.
Doesn't look like there is from
this
what I
has
can
been used. I'm sorry.
I would
You
use
have
bag
the
itself.
subway bag itself.
Bag itself. I was
That's the
gonna
best
say.
Yeah, I just go and sit down.
Right. So what were we doing before Tywin gets possessed?
You and well, I'm waiting for Olivia to get back because you guys were having a conversation with Nemesis.
Thank you.
Well, this is lovely.
You're good.
Hey. Would you guys?
Oh, come on. Open the door first try as well.
Would you guys mind repeating what you just said for dear Liv's benefit?
Oh, well, I was just waiting for you to
Sorry
return
about
because the last thing we left off on was you and Luke having a conversation with Nemesis.
Never mind. You're all good. Nothing happened.
I mean, Trey wasn't there for that conversation anyway, so.
Yeah, I know. I just. I think you would enjoy this.
You need not worry. You know what? Given that you're willing to sacrifice so much, today I'm willing to help you free of charge.
What?
In what regard?
I'll help you return your city.
We can
Why?
We
fight.
can discuss with Aether if you want.
That's weird.
You guys need not. No, what I'm trying to say is, you guys need not worry about this. I'll talk to Aether.
That is not part of our deal.
You said I could talk to Aether.
Indeed, and we have made no deal.
You also said you'd give us space to do that. And talk to him beforehand.
If you want, sure.
What made you change your mind?
I'm understanding more and more about this scenario, the situation, and the transportation of the city was by no means your fault. I don't see why you should have to pay for the return.
As I was saying,
That's weird. I don't know how I feel about that.
I didn't understand the full scope of the scenario beforehand, but I am over time learning more and more.
all the same, we do not require you to return us. I will inquire with Glasgow and the other members of this band as to how we might return to the material plane, and then indeed we have our airship.
I can return you to the material plane free of charge.
Indeed. After that, we will return to the city and then call for you.
That doesn't.
Would you just like me to take all of us there to the city?
What? Huh? What's up? Are you okay? I don't like this.
Keep going. It's okay.
Very well. Free of charge, you say?
The negotiations begin once you guys have had your conversation with the leader.
The negotiations will begin once we call for you.
Would you like me to escort you and your airship to the city?
I do not believe any of us wish to spend another minute in your presence. We are quite capable of contacting you once we return.
How do you expect to return?
With that, we will ascertain.
Okay, good luck. And he walks off.
No,
No?
we don't have a way out of here, and that could take forever. So by the time we got back,
Well,
it could be worse.
If you want me to go back and deal with that, I'm confused.
He goes back to playing music.
We don't have any way out of the Feywild.
Or in that case, can I talk to Glasgow and then you or Wilton to negotiate with him, because I don't remember what I was doing in this actually.
You want to go talk to Glasgow?
Yes. See if he knows any way to get back.
Oh, hi.
Good day, Glasgow.
I think that
This
must have
bus,
to come back.
is it capable of travelling between planes?
No.
Ah, are you?
No.
Ah, do you know who it is? We wish to return to our material plane.
Interplanar travel is kind of difficult.
Indeed.
I wouldn't know anyone with the capability to do so.
No one? There is no entity nor place within this realm that you have visited on your travels in the magic bus that you could suggest we might try?
This bus was crafted by myself and some others to create extra dimensional storage, but traveling to a different plane, that's a bit more difficult.
Planes, dimensions, what's the difference? Ah, very well.
I apologize.
I will inquire elsewhere.
I just kind of want to talk with the group about something because now that I think about it, I just want to ask you something. I know we're not out of the woods with this yet, but I'm just gonna ask this because it's now come to mind. So we get this town back in X2 with us in the town in X2. So where do we go from there? We save the town and then what happens next?
We must report to Theodore at some point to both receive our payment and hopefully congratulations on our mission complete.
I think that's an individual decision, Nemo.
That's because I just forgive my tongue tiedness. I don't know if I really want to go back to X2 now that I think about it, because
Look, if
I kind of just now that we're here, I go back with the town. I don't know how I'm gonna get back home because
look, if you want to,
If you want to stay home,
because
then
it's a bit silly of me to put this on now, but the fact that Nemesis has changed his tune is very, very weird. But let's just say he does help us and bring us back. It's suddenly come to mind. I don't know if I want to go back to X2 because I got home and I don't know how to get back to X1. And if I have to do all of this, God, I'd really rather not. So I'm just gonna put this out there. I don't know if I might come with you after this because like I got home and now it's like I'd rather go home.
Oh, dude.
It's fair.
Yeah.
For sure. You know.
I hope that's okay.
Yeah, no, that's completely your choice to make.
Yeah.
No, of course. But for what it's worth, and while I am still 6 feet tall, and she goes over and like gives you a like pat on the shoulder and like a
I'll level with you.
Yeah, because Never also.
yeah, she goes she's like, I am very well aware this is the only time I'm not going to feel a notable height difference, so I guess I better live it up while I can.
I'm gonna like to get on height with you. I hope it's no trouble. It's just occurred to me. But I mean, if it end up going to X2 before I even get a chance, then so be it. But if I have the chance, I might do that. If
I'm
it's
doing
okay.
all this to go home as well, Nemo. So how could
It's
we
okay.
blame you for doing the same thing?
Yeah, for sure. It's okay. If you wanna do that, that's all good. I can promise you it may not seem like it, but I mean I also really miss home. So
Yeah. I think I suppose we're all missing home in a way. Like the show Home and Away.
Just try to keep in touch.
Oh, if there's a way to keep in touch, I will.
What would the rest of you guys like to do?
Should we just snap our fingers, forget this whole mess with the kid, and head back?
and talk to old mate.
Good old mate.
Yeah, I
Is he going
reckon.
to teleport us to our airship, us to the city, or us
How are
and
we
the
going
airship?
to contact Nemesis?
I've got sending.
Nemesis is over there playing the bongos in the band.
I feel like
Sending works across planes.
He didn't really leave.
It's all good.
Yeah, I believe I can contact him across planes as I wish.
What, Nemesis?
Yes.
Okay. Well, okay. So what's the plan from here on out? What are you guys doing now?
How are we getting?
Solomon doesn't know.
So
Yeah.
No plan. He was just he just doesn't trust the Fae entirely, and so he was hesitant to take him up on the offer.
I will go up to Nemesis. Once again, I'll be like, brilliant playing.
Seeing as we all converged with them, Luft's just in that room now, so this is just you guys.
I don't know what's happened between our first conversation and now, but if you're willing to help us get to our airship and to the city and stuff, we'd take you up in the offer.
The least I can do is at least give you safe passage alongside your airship. I don't know what those are, but I can give you safe passage and your airship return to the city. That I can do free of charge. Then the transporting of the city, I don't think that should befall any of you. As I said, I've learned more of the scenario, more of the situation. And
What do you mean by learning more of the situation?
well, initially I thought you guys had some personal stake in the city. You have a personal stake with the people who transported the city, not the city itself.
We are honor bound by our promise to its leader. That is
Sure.
stakes enough.
Okay. Well, then.
Sure.
I guess we go with that.
Fair enough. Well, is there any business you wish to wrap up here? Otherwise, we
I believe we should have a word with the rest of the family in Glasgow. I am not sure how we will explain this mess.
It's quite simple. We tell them the truth.
I was about to advocate exactly that.
I mean, there's nothing else to say rather than what we've worked out. That's all.
I fear they will blame us for the loss of both their sons. However, it is the unfortunate consequence of circumstance.
Well, if that happens, then that happens.
Indeed.
Okay. We'll do that first.
Glasgow or the family?
Both at the same time, preferably. Get it over and done in one shot so we don't have to repeat ourselves.
Indeed. Very practical. Oh, yeah, how pragmatic of you. I
Very
agree.
nice, robotic almost. I relate.
The fewer words we can use to convey any given message, the better.
But you use too many words in your one message. Have you thought about that?
I could use my hammer. I do not believe it would exactly be clear as to what I was saying, but it is very effective.
Well, they never gave me a word count.
You see, I just keep writing this monologue until I get stuff. Okay. I'd like to round out the family in Glasgow.
I will assist. But with as few words as possible.
Yes, come.
I don't know command, but I can.
Follow.
Now.
That was a waste of a word. You made me
Round up Glasgow and the remaining Wayne family.
Oops, sorry.
A small crowd of 10 people.
Okay.
10.
Well,
So it was 15.
Well, that,
no, there were 11.
no,
And one died,
I
one tried to
why
kill
do you think
himself.
there was 15? Yeah.
one left, just
Yeah.
ran away from home.
He's just out.
And one died. So that's the 10 family members, and then I guess Glasgow is 11.
We.
Yeah.
No, it's 9. So there are 11 family members.
There's
One died.
What?
There are 11 family members. One died.
Hold up.
One ran away.
To 10.
Hold up.
I'm checking
When did
my,
one run away?
my family.
Willem.
Oh, I was like, who the fuck ran away? Oh.
You're like, oh.
I was like, hold on, I'm missing something.
You're like, the turns have tabled somewhere, but I don't know where.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
maybe you're right. Shut up.
Oh, your superior note taking isn't so superior now, is it?
I feel invalidated as my character.
I'm leaving. I'm going.
I'm going.
Oh my god. It's okay. Oh fuck.
Poor old Finno. She's just lost all her brothers.
Well, the die will not say anything because they're
Well.
banned from it. Tim, your dice are going in the dice jail.
We have news. We have ascertained who killed your son.
It was Joe.
Who killed Brox?
I must warn you, this news will be traumatizing to hear. Your son Willem, for the past, how long was he sick? 2 weeks or 2 months?
2 to 3 weeks.
For the past 2 weeks, we ascertain was under the influence of an archfey being.
Let's hope the archfey is not in the room.
Doesn't matter if he is, we are set to tell the
They're still
truth.
playing music.
Yeah.
By himself because the two family members he was playing with.
No, that's with the other act.
Bongos
Alright.
in ignorant
This
bliss.
being fed on Willem's desire for revenge, his feelings of scorn, in that he had been replaced so callously. Ironically enough, the very sickness caused by the Archfey's influence, we believe. Your son, either by compulsion or not convincing, what's the term? Compulsion or persuasion, your son Willem murdered Brox. We have driven out the Archfey. Willem is free of his influence by his own word. We believe the being offered its services to him willingly. We have ensured that Willem cast it aside. However, he has not remained here with us, be it motivated by his guilt or lingering anger. Willem has left. I do not know where to, merely that he does not wish to remain with this bus nor this family for the time being. I apologize for not telling you sooner. However, it was part of our honor-bound agreement with the boy that he would be free to make his own decisions should he shun the influence of this being. I am sorry for the loss of your sons. I cannot say I know it, nor that I understand. Only that I deeply regret the loss you have suffered. As do we all.
Yeah. Shakily, Yana steps forward. Thank you for this discovery. In the case that you were to identify the killer of one of our sons, we had, as a family, put this together, and she hands you like about a big pouch.
We cannot accept payment from you for a cause we undertook out of our own nobility, nor would it be right to accept this from a grieving family.
This was a decision we made together. We want you to have this.
I am sure. We were not conscripted nor hired to help you here. We did it out of goodwill. While I technically cannot speak for the members of my party, I will take no payment for this service. I would ask you do not offer it. Use it to further your exploits, dedicate it to the memory of your sons. I am sure your daughter needs your support.
This is this is not an offering. This is us recognizing that you are skilled members at what you do, and if you will not accept it, then we will just leave it with you. And she kind of just like cracks open like one of the zippers on like one of your like rucksacks or something, and just drops it in there.
Solomon!
She does the old woman thing of just going like, here you go.
Here you go, sweetie.
Here you go, sweetie.
Yeah.
Opens up, look, I can make sure you have your dinner today.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just drops it in there.
You didn't get your payment. Oh, I don't think so.
I don't think
Blessed
so.
be. Do you have any further questions for us? If you need consolation of any form, I must recommend my companion Tarina. She is skilled in words and comfort, far more than myself. And I am sure if there is anything you need, we will be of assistance before we leave.
Mark yourself on 50 platinum.
Oh,
What
excuse
the fuck?
me?
Them bitches loaded.
What?
Excuse
They make quite a lot of
platinum.
money from
What the
performing.
fuck? This
Yeah.
old woman is.
Yeah, but we weren't allowed to pay to get in. We had to pay with like fucking memories and leaves.
Did we get our tickets back? Or negotiate, which of us negotiated to get the tickets back for the show again?
No one.
No, somebody did. One of
No,
you
they
walked
were
up.
like-
They were just announcing that as one of the holographic assistants was announcing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure some of us walked up there and were like, "Hey, yeah, I'd like to know about when the next show is. Thanks. This one kind of sucked."
I don't think any of us.
I think you imagine that.
Good,
No
yeah.
one did.
Never
I think you
mind.
were talking about it, but never happened.
I can
But
imagine.
yeah, mark
I think-
yourself an additional 50 platinum.
I feel like that would have happened more than anything.
Anything else you'd like to discuss with Glasgow or the family specifically? Otherwise, they're just kind of like.
Oh, look, you know Glasgow's a tiny artificer who made a magic bust that's bigger on the inside.
No.
That's who we're talking. That's the guy that owns this circus or
That's really
playground.
cool.
Is a tiny fairy artificer on a magic little chair that hovers him around like an accordion thing. And
You know, there's like accordion stretchy mechanisms. Yeah. His driver's seat is just one of those massive.
and it just goes.
snaky.
He's everything I want to be in my life. as a player.
So if you want to bully him at all,
Bully him.
Bully the child.
I don't know. Solomon's done. There's nothing to learn from the bus as far as I can tell. Made of wood. Waste of time.
Regardless. Anything else you would like to do?
Not here, I don't think.
Nah, I don't think there's anything else that we can really do here.
I think we're good to go.
No, as in like with the family or
Yeah.
yeah.
In which case, what's the plan going next forward, my dudes?
She's gonna go talk to the Fae again. I don't bargain. I just
don't trust the
hand
Fae
down
now
summons.
that the Fae went from being like, you know,
We go.
I want you guys to give me something valuable. So, okay, I'll just do it for free. That sounds sus.
We go get our airship.
Yeah.
We go to the city.
And is he saying he can transport us and the airship to the
Yeah,
city? Or
you
us
can
to the
just take both of you and the airship simultaneously to the city.
Yeah, Sigmund's gonna like wake up and be like, "How the hell do we get back here?"
Throws open the window.
Oh yeah!
Oh god, I've got to pilot the thing all the
Another
way back to
day
my
in the
own.
Fey Wild. This is not the what?
Yeah, well,
Giraffe picks it up so it looks out the window.
Sigmund voiced by.
Where are we?
Why did Sigmund go from like this deep like
it's
conniving dude to like half voiced by Andy Serkis?
No, it's Danny DeVito,
Man's
Iago.
nuts.
That's what I was hearing.
Anyway, what would you like to discuss with Nemesis?
Basically, what we just said.
You'd like him to take you and the airship simultaneously there, or would you like to go to the airship and then go back?
I mean, we might as well go to the city straight away, just because it cuts down how much time we can lose. So.
Sure.
Let's go.
Well, in which case, let us return to the city. The name of the city being?
Erin? No.
Erin.
That's the name of the
continent.
Is it Eris? Yeah. Eris is the capital city.
I can't remember.
Hang
It's
on,
in my
let me
book
go find my ticket.
Unfortunately,
Hang on, let
if
me
I
go
had
find my
detailed
ticket.
notes for that, I would.
I have the
absolutely
statistics
tell
of
you.
4 guards.
Rummy bird,
6
yes.
guards. I apologize.
Yes.
The capital city is Eris.
Yes.
The warehouse is Eklak family.
Yeah, Eris.
They have made it a warehouse.
The city of Eris.
Well, there's no warehouse anymore because it
X1
fucking
you
exploded
don't.
on itself.
That's true.
Well, it really should be on X2.
Yes, but right
He
now.
outstretches his hands.
What are those for?
Well, we must link up.
Ah. Put both my hands on Tarina.
Oh,
I am ready.
I take one of the hands.
excuse you, Solomon.
I'll,
I didn't know you
Let's
cared.
clear it.
I'll take whoever's hand.
Unless you want to be left.
Oh my god, we're
Ah,
gonna make
I
a
understand.
circle, Solomon.
I understand.
Alright, Luft takes. Yeah, Luft will take your other hand.
Is there anyone want to grab with us?
I'm just grabbing onto
We
whoever.
do I'm grabbing too.
We'll be back here later.
Whoever's closest to me and has a hand free, I'm just like grab.
Yeah.
You get the sensation of all of the air being sucked out of your lungs, and then it all of a sudden rushes back in.
Well,
Thank you. Yep.
most except for this one as well.
We're just, yeah.
Me and
Just so you
Solomon
know.
just like
Yeah, this feels like nothing else I've ever felt before.
the
And then
void.
as you hear this audible pop noise, all of the air rushes back in. I will start giving you the reverse inspiration, where I just impose disadvantage on you.
I still have one of those.
I know. When you roll a death saving throw, I'll use it.
I know.
Soli V.
You find yourself on the not inside, but on the like one of the courtyards of that leads into the central administration building of Eris. Is this where you desire to go?
Is the statue still there?
Pardon?
Is the statue still there?
The golem. That got torn down ages ago, didn't it? Along with the towers.
The golem is still there.
Oh, nice.
The golem.
Is the Kano symbol still dropping?
Nice.
Nice.
She's grabbed it, lads.
Nice.
The massive golem is still there.
That's right, the city council hasn't hired people to clean the
Because it
giant
looks-
statue that appeared out of
It
nowhere
looks
one
the
day.
same, yeah?
Huh?
Everything about it's still the same as when we left it. Where's the ship?
The ship has been escorted to where the remainder of the city's airships lie.
Awfully convenient for someone that does not know what an airship is.
Well, I can put it together via context of what you refer to it as.
Well, I am surprised.
And also, I had a peek at what the city looked like before I transported us there.
Indeed.
So I knew to put this ship. I assume you care for the city, so I did not want to just apparate the airship into one of the buildings.
How thoughtful of you.
Another one, sir.
I disagree.
Says the metal man.
I'll start walking my way
Yeah.
to the doors.
Yeah, we
think
need to
it's-
get on surface. Let's go.
Can I also get someone to roll me a D6?
Oh, and can I
Anyone who wants to.
cast
We got
identify?
four.
Four?
I got a
Oh, I
four.
got a 4 too.
Hey!
Thanks to my
How do you get
Confirmed.
4-2 on a
thanks to
D?
my cool knife.
What do you want to
Alright, I just want to cast
can tell
identify
it's
myself
cool.
to see if I'm currently being
Yes,
affected by
it's
spells that
spells
might warp my
and
perception of the
lightning,
reality.
it's got a
I
knife,
have an action
How
to
do you
the
where
city.
the bit where it says cool
do?
knife?
You
Yeah,
no?
just
Good,
got
thank you.
guns on it, because that's how you know the knife is cool. It's got guns.
As the can I get you to roll me a D20?
Da-da-da-da-da.
I like you wanting none of that responsibility.
13.
You're gesturing at me? No thanks.
13.
13.
No.
As you apparate into this courtyard area, Tywin disappears.
Shit. I am running to the
Tywin,
doors.
you find yourself in a barred cell, looking into one of the
I'm gonna.
halls, looking down one of the halls of.
I'm following Trey.
Of one of the side halls of where like they do their like lawmaking.
In the same like cell that I was originally.
No. This is like on a higher level.
Oh, okay. Right.
Like where you were
But it's
held
the-
was like one of the like
it's the
top
same
dungeons.
building.
Yeah, it's the same building, but one of the higher levels. Oh, so you noticed that the rune on your hand.
I too feel the walking noises, Olivia.
What have you done with Tywin?
I did no such thing.
Do you mean then where is he?
How would I know? He was here a moment ago.
I
There's
suppose
only one person who can
I'm
teleport.
literally just trying to rush the door open.
he did return with us. I suppose that it's not likely to have been an artifact of
Do you
this
know how?
spell.
Can you translate time from one plane to another?
Yeah, I'm.
What?
I
Ah,
need you to tell me how much time has passed in the Feywild to now.
since when?
Yeah, what's your
Yes,
favorite
I could.
reference?
I need to know how many days have passed.
Since when? What's
Since
your...
we teleported.
How about we just ask one of the locals?
I think that would be wise, as well as finding
What would?
a contact.
As you guys, I assume you guys are rushing inwards behind these two.
We're looking to find contact with what's his face.
Okay. You rush in.
Alice.
Alpha! We're here.
You met by one of the guards.
How long has it been?
Since you met by one of them. Since what?
Since when we left? How long has it been?
It takes a moment to recognize who you are. About 2.5 months.
Oh shit.
We had 1 month?
We just made it back from the Feywild. We have a way to get home.
Okay.
We need a meeting
We need to
with
talk to
Alice.
Alpha now.
Yeah, like
Roll a
right
persuasion with
now.
advantage.
Can I use my my channel of divinity thingy?
It certainly is a good thing we didn't dither about for longer than we needed to.
Tarina, I swear to God, I'm going to
no,
rip
no.
your throat cords out.
Please be polite, Trey. She is only trying to
I'm
help.
saying this as player and not character.
Oh, excellent. Thank heavens. I thought you were being hostile to Serena for absolutely no reason. Unfounded aggression.
No, Stuart, this is personal.
Yeah, I'm just glad that we
I dropped a
like
dice.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Where'd he be?
I don't
we
know.
were gifted with an opportunity and decided to take the first one that presented itself rather than searching for alternatives.
Imagine.
Well, the first one's a natural 20, so.
So for a total of 30 something.
36?
Clearly, time has much faster.
I think it's 29.
Well,
She got proficiency, doesn't she?
you add 10 to that roll, don't you?
I'm sorry, what?
No, I think it's 9.
No, because your
Channel divinity.
channel divinity adds 10 to it, right?
Does it now?
Yeah?
I thought your channel divinity added 10 to
Yeah, I
all.
added 5 last
Oh,
time.
okay, 5, okay, sure. Sure, 5.
I am unable to perceive a dice at this very critical time.
Have you tried calling it?
You're right.
Yeah, adds a +5, so
No, dude,
plus
dice
9,
always
so
have their
29.
silencer on you.
29?
Yeah, that's all
Okay,
it's
I'll try and organize a meet later away.
I can roll for it if you want.
Now. We need it immediately because he was going. Fuck, shit.
It's 20. Not at the table. Microphone.
That's okay.
Nemu is
Was
also
it-
going to stomp
Do you know what colour
directly
it
to
was?
the
It was like a
guard.
purpley blue.
Damn, have you seen
And
that
like,
one?
well,
I can't find it. Anywhere.
Is
That's why I was rolling it.
Why? When did you get it? What the hell?
You said purpley blue, and then I looked at Stuart and went, "You son of a bitch!"
You got to the guard.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry.
gonna stomp up directly to the guard and grab him by his shoulders and scream. And, like,
No.
scream.
We've just persuaded him.
We're good. We're good.
It's all good. It's all right. We've got it. It's all good.
I'm not waiting.
We're not waiting. No, we need it immediately.
It's all good. It's all good. He's listened. We're going immediately.
I'm heading over to tell him that you are here.
Have our heights gone back to normal?
Yes, your heights return to normal.
Oh god. Okay.
Okay, I smash through the top of the cell.
Your heights do return to normal.
Tywin, fuck.
It's
I wrote Tywin as in like Tywin, fuck. But anyway, there's no comment, so it's Tywin, fuck.
Tywin, fuck.
This is a weird insert that I'm not quite prepared for.
There you go, Tywin, fuck.
You guys are led to the main chamber where you had a conversation with him previously. A few moments pass, about 10 or so minutes, and then a very drowsy looking Aether makes his way out.
Good day.
Well, it's you, Hunt.
Hi. When we went to the Feywild, there was about half a month left. We didn't realize how long time went by.
Right.
We
Planes
worked out
have-
a way to get home.
Because
To get to the city
Well,
home.
that's good to know.
You wouldn't happen to have seen Tywin, our companion that you cursed with a mark of teleportation, would you?
Yeah, that one.
He appears to have just-
Ask one of my guards to check the cell that he was assigned to.
It would be fantastic.
That what happened. That was the nature of his curse.
Did we not explain it? It was a mark upon his arm that after a month.
You see one of the guards go over to the far end of the room, and like the entire room is made up of marble and like other stones carved out.
I know about stone.
I'm so glad you do.
This is marble.
That's a load of crap, that is.
Solomon, too many words.
This is
Too
fake
many.
marble.
You see him.
Terrible
You see him flick some hidden switch, and the front marble veneer of lifts up.
That's a good marble.
Marble.
And you see like 3 holding cells. In the center one is Tywin.
Tywin's lying on the ground.
Tywin, you look taller.
I feel taller.
Yeah, I feel shorter. It kind of sucks. We're getting you like out of here, basically.
How long have you been here?
Like a minute or two.
Oh,
Okay, all right, which confirms the whole
you
thing.
were worried it might have been a month and a half, but don't worry about
Yeah,
that.
that would have been fucked.
Yeah, it would have sucked.
Would you like to get up, Tywin? It is very unbecoming. We are greeting a leader of a continent.
Is Nemesis
Sorry,
with
that
us?
would have been.
Aether is like partially still in like night gear, like nightwear.
Is,
Yes, but he's regal in a sense.
is Nemesis still around?
Yeah, Nemesis is just standing in the corner of the room.
He's
I will-
loitering in the foyer.
I didn't ask
No, no, he's in the room with you guys.
Oh,
He's
is
just
he?
standing in the back.
How did he get
corners.
in? Did he just walk
He
in?
probably
He just walked in with you guys.
They didn't. The guards didn't stop this giant fucking ant.
No,
No.
the guards can't see him.
I need to ask.
jeez.
I need to.
Piss. Yeah, piss.
We made an imaginary friend in the Feywild.
Just an hallucination of
That would be the most funny thing. You guys
Sorry,
come
have you
back.
met this tree?
You guys come back with this guy, and this guy's only existed in your
I
imaginations.
swear this freak can save us.
Yeah, it's actually just a broom. We're
I'm so sad I didn't
talk
think
to
of
him.
that.
Talk to him, Nemesis. Talk.
Tywin, would you like to plead your case to the good president?
I mean, our case is that we're about to get the city back.
Yes, but how, Tywin? You must use words, as I have been told.
I'm not the
Which
best
I
at
use
words. I
too
think
many.
you guys can handle this.
I am significantly worse.
Regardless,
There will be a
you are quite past your deadline by roughly, give or say, 40 to 50 days.
We didn't realize we were gone for that long. And
I think the fact that I just
Interplanar
appeared in the cells
travels
right now
quickly.
shows you that we weren't on this plane. We were on a
Yeah.
plane where time works differently.
What do you have to
I'm
do?
not doubting your claim. I'm just saying.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
It is incredibly unfortunate, but fear not. We have returned with good news. And, well, almost all good news. We believe we have found means, through an entity we contacted, to help return this city to its original plane. However, there will be a cost to this exchange. We do not know what it is, nor what the being who offers this service will ask in return from you or from this city.
But we know it's that something that you value.
And we must do our best to prepare you for it.
While you guys discuss this, Nemesis, peers over each other. So why are you even here?
Did some bad shit.
Literally fucking Death Note, Rook.
Right. Fair enough. He seems important. Is he the leader?
He's a fuckhead.
Good answer.
Fuckhead with good armor. Better
Yeah.
than
Bit too good for me.
As you guys are discussing this, yes. This creature can name a price, any price we were willing to pay it to return.
I would ask you be wary before we start entreating it. The prices it names are not monetary, nor of wealth, nor of land, nor of power.
It's something that you personally hold valuable.
You cannot offer the will nor promises of others. They must be giving willingly in turn. And I fear what it will do given the power it has to negotiate with such a large ensemble.
And we'll put you in contact with this being if you let me out of here.
Indeed.
As you say that, Nemesis just walks up to Aether and puts out his hand. Lovely to meet you. President is your title, I think, is what the metal man said.
I don't know.
And Aether, who's 5 something, tall, 5 something at best, looks up. Okay. Speaking of which, regardless of what you say, I don't like that my friend is locked up. And he just gestures, and you hear a thud, like a clank,
Like that?
and the lock on your cell unlocks.
Wait, so Alpha was completely unfazed by the fact that a 10-foot.
No, he is phased.
Oh, okay.
That's why he went,
Okay.
he had a reaction, yeah.
Was he
He's
single phase or triple
No.
3 phase or?
Pardon?
Sorry. Nothing. Do continue.
It appears it is not exactly the hour in which to negotiate. Might we be able to arrange a meeting on the morrow? It seems our friend has introduced himself.
We can. And Nemesis says this. We can have a lovely little chat right now if you desire.
I believe it would be unbecoming to address the leader of a continent in his nightwear. Personally, I do not sleep. However, I am told